We're back. Last time we did The Summer I Turned Pretty, but it's actually been a really hot minute. I think like actually at least a year since we've done a proper Colleen Hoover reading.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we were just so burnt out with reading
Colleen Hoover.
Sure, you took the words right out of my mouth. A little birdie did tell me that the Regretting You movie is out, and by a little birdie, I mean, actually, I had to find out the hard way.
What do you mean?
I didn't see any ads for Regretting You becoming a movie.
I didn't even know that it was happening.
I
thought the next thing that was supposed to be released was Verity.
I didn't know that was happening.
I didn't know that that was happening.
Oh my, I didn't know that was happening.
My friends at Bellesa are sending out free vibrators or free gift cards for vibrators to everyone who signs up for my giveaway. If you didn't know by now, Bellesa is a bi-woman company for all things sexual wellness. Bellesa's mission is to empower everyone to embrace, explore, and celebrate their sexuality. There's so many options to choose from. Let's start talking about the Pebble. Suction and vibration controlled independently, ergonomically built to fit in the palm of your hand, and no annoying pattern modes. Now, Pebble Pro, next gen power. It's a stronger, more powerful motor for deeper, more satisfying sensations. The extended battery life keeps the experience going on as long as you do. And it's fully customizable. It has 3 precision engineered interchangeable heads. Suction for targeted intensity, thumping for rhythmic tapping, and licking for teasing tongue-like motion. It's a seamless sculpted design that feels natural, like an extension of your hand, with a super sleek storage case for suction, thumping, flickering tongue with 5 vibration speeds. And it's rechargeable, travel-friendly, and waterproof. Air Vibe, dual stimulation, G-spot and clit stimulation. Like I said, comes in the most discreet packaging. Waterproof, rechargeable, silent, but deadly. Flutter Vibe, once again, dual stimulation, G-spot and clit stimulation. Simulates the experience of a human tongue, but with added precision, mimicking the sensation of oral pleasure. You guys are never gonna believe what I'm about to say. Comes in the most discreet packaging. Waterproof, rechargeable, powered by discrete series technology. And last but not least, the Thump. A toy that does it all. Vibrates, suctions, thumps. Look at her thump. There she goes. Designed to be the de facto replacement for all external clit stimulating vibes. Utilizes Bellesa's improved pleasure jet technology. True feel vibration. Fits and charges in discreet carrying case. And waterproof and USB rechargeable. Made with premium quality silicone. So once again, my friends at Bellesa and I are sending out free vibrators or gift cards for vibrators to everyone who signs up for my giveaway. Thank you so much, Bellesa, for sponsoring today's video.
Yeah, lay down. Yeah.
Oh,
she's actually been making such appearances in your videos recently.
No, because she's obsessed
She
with
wants
me.
to be, she really needs,
She
yearns for the camera.
All of the merch photo shoots. And then you can leave that in so that it's like a teaser, like, oh yeah, merch coming. This book, I have not heard of it, to be completely honest with you. There are a lot of Colleen Hoover books. It's impossible to get through all of them. And you know what? And I will go see the movie. Can we use one of our friends' AMC A-lister things?
Can you do that? They don't check ID like
No.
Costco?
No.
Costco? They don't check ID like Costco?
That is fucked up. They do check you in there. Like you're like in
At
jail.
Costco?
Yes.
No, and I've said this so many times. I'm tired of the elitism
Yeah.
with Costco. It's like you can't even get in there without communism,
they don't
essentially.
do that at BJ's. When I walk in with my mother, I get anxious. I'm like, pull it out, Mom, pull it out, or else there's gonna be a line. She goes, they're not gonna ask for it, and they always do.
They always do.
They always do.
Costco's. Ugh.
That's why I was raised to be a BJ girl.
Okay. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what any of this is about?
Nope, I had never heard of this in my life. I didn't even know that they were making a movie off of it. I tried to read the back, but you wouldn't let me. Okay, did you want to start?
No, you can start.
Chapter 1, Morgan. I don't understand how my body can be full of everything bodies are full of, bones and muscles and blood and organs, yet my chest sometimes feels vacant, as if somebody could scream into my mouth and it would echo inside of me.
You know, that's a good line. David Byrne once said that.
Really?
Oh, sing into my mouth.
I have a great boyfriend I've been dating for almost 2 years now, and if I don't count Chris's moments of intense teenage immaturity, mostly fueled by alcohol, he's everything I want in a boyfriend. Funny, attractive, loves his mother, has goals. I don't see how he could be the cause of this feeling. And then there's Jenny, my little sister, my best friend, but I know she's not the source of my emptiness. My enviness. My enviness.
Enviness.
My enviness.
Oh, if I was non-binary, I would say that.
I would say, yeah, like my enviness.
Like instead of like your royalty or your highness, your enviness.
Your enviness. We just made that up. We just,
That's really
wait,
good.
clock.
Okay.
Wait, write that down, write that down.
Boots.
And the older we get, the less we argue and the more we hang out. especially now that she's dating Chris's best friend, Jonah. Sometimes I feel like I'm Chris's babysitter too. Oh God. Isn't that exactly what you fucking want in a relationship? I think I said this. Did I not say this last time?
You might have.
During where it's like, yeah, it sucks to feel like you're babysitting your alcoholic boyfriend.
No, and I knew you were going to say that, and that's why I kept in the alcoholism. I'm like, oh, Jake can relate.
Yeah, no, literally. The only one in this car I don't have to babysit is Jonah, but that's not because he doesn't get drunk or high. He just seems to maintain a level of maturity despite whatever substances may be running through his system. Jenny unbuckles her seatbelt and crawls into the back seat with me. She curls her legs beneath her, facing me. Her eyes are full of mischief when she says, I think I'm gonna have sex with Jonah tonight. For the first time in ages, my chest feels full, but not in a good way. It feels like it's being flooded with thick water, maybe even mud. You just turned 16.
They have that for old people.
Mud in your heart?
No. Thick water.
Oh yeah, no, I've
Water
seen it.
thickener.
It went viral on TikTok and a
Yeah.
bunch of people. Yeah, I don't think it's for old people. I think it's for people with a very specific condition.
It can be
No,
for
yeah.
old people who have trouble with swallowing, though. And maybe you too.
I've never had trouble with swallowing, Queen. The same age you were when you had sex with Chris for the first time. Yeah, but we had been dating longer than 2 months. And I still regret it. It hurt like hell. Lasted maybe a minute. Damn, her first time was amazing. And he smelled like tequila. Oh, man. Oh, is this really about him being an alcoholic the whole time? Is that all this book is about?
No, you'll like it. You'll like it.
Why, he dies? He dies a gruesome death soon? I paused because it sounded like I just insulted my boyfriend's skills. He got better. Okay, yeah. Hell yeah. Chris pulls back with a grin, but also with a piece of Jolly Rancher in his mouth. He bites down on it while putting on his seatbelt. It's been 6 weeks since we graduated. Who has a graduation party 6 weeks after graduation? Not that I'm complaining. It just seems like we should be past the graduation celebrations by now. It hasn't been 6 weeks. It's only been 4, I say. 6, he corrects. It's July 11th. 6? I try to keep the sudden onslaught of tension in every single muscle in my body from being visible to Chris, but I can't help but have a reaction to what he just said. Every part of me stiffens.
Colleen Hoover loves.
She loves
stiffens.
stiffening bodies. If it's been 6 weeks, that means I'm 2 weeks late for my period. Gag.
Both
Wait, this
Jake-
book starts out so
Jake
fast.
and I's biggest fears: alcoholism and my
your
pregnancy, missing your period.
No, fuck. Shit. I look out the window. My stomach is in knots. My palms sweating. Knees weak. Arms are heavy. Mom's spaghetti. My heart pounding. My fingers quietly counting the days since my last period. But I've been expecting to get it any day now, thinking it's only been a month since they graduated. The 4 of us have been so busy doing a ton of nothing during summer break that I haven't even thought about it. 12 days. I'm 12 days late. It's all I've thought about all night while at this graduation party. I want to borrow Jonah's car keys, drive to a 24-hour pharmacy, and buy pregnancy tests.
Just do it. I'll do it. I'd do it.
No, you would do it.
I would do it.
That's your story, girl.
I don't care if we're in the middle of a super awful bad
Girl,
pandemic.
it's a funeral right now. I'm going.
I will be gone.
Hop in the car.
I'm going to Planned Parenthood now.
I take a sip and lean my head back. Soda tastes so much better than alcohol anyway. Oh, me. Me. If she's drinking a crisp ginger ale, I know it's the truth.
She's just Mormon.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Oh, so how did she even get pregnant? Where's Jenny? Noah nudges his head toward the house, taking table shots. I couldn't stay to watch. I groan. I hate that game so much. Jonah laughs. How do we both end up with people who are our exact opposites? I believe that children are our future. You know what they say. Opposites attract. I might be mad if he did this all the time, but it's a graduation party. I get it. He's having fun and he wants me to have fun with him. In a way, he's right. Drunk Morgan is way better than sober Morgan. Jonah looks at me pointedly. I wholeheartedly disagree with that. As soon as he says that, I pull my eyes from his and look down at my drink. I do this because I'm afraid of what's happening right now. My chest is starting to feel full again, but in a good way this time. That emptiness is being replaced with heat and flutters and heartbeats, and I hate it because it feels like I've just pinpointed what has caused me to feel so empty these past few weeks. Jonah, I'm in love with Chris, so it makes me uncomfortable and itchy when I'm alone with his best friend and having these feelings. Maybe it's the soda making me feel this way.
Mormons be like.
No, literally me and my ginger ale. I'm like, whoo! I got a sugar high right now. Or the fear that I might be pregnant. Maybe it has nothing to do with Jonah. I reach my hand up and touch his dimple. Ew, she did. Fully prepared to tell him I love his smile, but instead I say, I think you'll make a great dad someday. I don't know why I say that. Maybe I'm testing the waters, seeing what his reaction will be. He laughs. Hell yeah, I will. Clara's gonna love me. I tilt my head. Clara? My future daughter. I've already named her. Still working on a boy name, though. I roll my eyes. What if your future wife hates that name? He slides his hand up my leg and grips my cheek. My butt cheek. You won't. Wait, you won't. He said that to her?
What if your future wife hates that name?
And he says, he slides his hand up my neck and grips my cheeks. You won't.
You won't hate that name.
Jonah?
No, Chris. I don't think I put that in there.
No, that's why I was confused. I was like, Jonah said that to her? Oh my God. Popcorn Nicole.
Chapter 2. Clara, 17 years later.
She was born.
She was born.
Wait, 17 years later?
Yeah,
oh my
that's
gosh,
what I'm saying.
she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Most of the time when you, well, a lot of time when you miss your period
Gag.
and have unprotected sex, that is what happens.
And Clara's 17 now.
Clara's 17.
Gag, Clara.
Gag. Or like
Gag.
16. When I reach for the stop sign, I pause and give this decision the contemplation it deserves. I can keep driving toward my house where my whole family is preparing for one of our traditional birthday dinners. Or I can do a U-turn and head back towards the top of the hill where I just passed Miller Adams standing on the side of the road. Because we can't have a fucking normal name. Sorry if your name's Miller, but I guarantee it's not because nobody's first name is Miller. Also,
Miller Teller. Oh, Miles.
Miles Teller. Miller Teller.
Miller Teller. Miller Teller.
Miles or Miller Adams is the name of 2 alcohol brands.
Oh my God! Wait,
I know.
That's his name? Miller
This
Adams.
entire book, just like Weapons, this entire book is about alcoholism.
Nicole, that gagged me. This is her best writing. It's so meta. No, literally, there's like a TikTok out there where someone's like, "Oh my God, like guys, did anybody realize I'm regretting you that his name was 2 brands of beer?"
Well, they do mention it in the book. He avoided me for all of last year, but I can't leave someone I even sort of know stranded to this heat, no matter how awkward it might be between us. It's almost 100 degrees outside. I have the air conditioner on, but beads of sweat are sliding down my back, being soaked up by my bra. Lexi, her best friend, wears her bra for an entire week before washing it. She says she just douses it in deodorant every morning. To me, wearing a bra twice before washing it is almost as bad as wearing the same pair of underwear 2 days in a row. I didn't know that this was the fucking hygiene Olympics. I never told Lexi this because it embarrasses me, but at the beginning of the year, Miller and I were assigned lockers next to each other. That lasted all of 2 hours before Charlie Banks started using Miller's locker. It's Azealia Banks' son. I asked Charlie if his locker had been reassigned, and he told me Miller offered him $20 to switch lockers. Maybe it had nothing to do with me, but it felt personal.
Aw.
When I approached the top of the hill, Miller is standing next to a road sign holding a cell phone. I don't know where his car is, and he certainly isn't on the road because he's out for a casual run. He's wearing a pair of faded blue jeans and a black t-shirt, each a death sentence of their own in this heat, but paired together. Heat stroke is a strange way to want to go out, but to each his own. He's got a sucker in his mouth, which isn't unusual. I find his addiction to suckers amusing, but it also gives off cocky vibes.
Are you addicted?
It's all Weapons coded. This entire book is about addiction, alcoholism,
gun.
I don't feel like insecure guys would walk around eating candy as much as he does, but he always shows up to school eating a sucker and usually has one in his mouth at the end of lunch.
I love suckers.
He pulls a sucker out of his mouth. Like, shut the fuck up!
No, I know. This is like our 4th time
Call
saying sucker.
it what it is. A lolly.
A lolly.
He pulls the sucker out of his mouth and licks his lips, and I feel every bit of the sweaty 16-year-old that I am right now. Can you come here for a sec, he asks. I'm willing to give him a ride, but getting back out in this heat was not part of the plan. No, it's hot. He waves me over. It'll only take a few minutes. Hurry, before I get caught. The fresh oil from the pavement sticks to the bottom of my flip-flops. The road has been under construction for several months, and I'm pretty sure my shoes are now ruined because of it. I pull his phone out of his back pocket and answer a call I didn't hear come through over the music. He hits the power button on my stereo and pulls the sucker out of his mouth. There's barely anything left of it, just a tiny little red nub.
Damn, he has acidic spit.
Hey, babe, he says into the phone. Babe. I try not to roll my eyes. Must be Shelby Phillips, his girlfriend. They've been dating for a year now. She used to go to our school, but graduated last year and goes to college about 45 minutes away from here. I don't have an issue with her, but I've also never interacted with her. She's 2 years older than me, and although 2 years is nothing in adult years, 2 years is a lot in high school years. Knowing Miller is dating a college girl makes me sink into my seat a little. I don't know why it makes me feel inferior, as if attending college automatically makes a person more intellectual and interesting than a junior in high school could ever be. I just remembered one time I knew a girl who she was in college. I think she was...
Okay. I've known girls in college too. They let them do that now.
I'm never telling you anything ever again. On the way to my house, he pauses for an answer and then says, I thought that was tomorrow night. Or pause, then, you just passed my driveway. Oh, this is like a Lily Allen song. This is like a Lily... No, literally.
At the end of the first song on the album.
Hi, babe. On the way to my house. Nah, I went for a walk and it got really hot, so I caught a ride home. Some dude, I don't know, call you later. What?
That is exactly how it sounded.
And this song is going to be called Sucker. Some dude, somebody's got trust issues. It's an older house, very small, wood-framed, and in severe need of a paint job. The front porch holds the quintessential swing and 2 rocking chairs, which are the only things about this place that hold appeal. Okay. Mike Tyson or whatever that guy, Ty Tyson.
Mike Tyson, the guy who bit the ear off the other wrestler. Okay, Mike Tyson.
The guy who did Extreme Makeover Home Edition.
Oh, I don't remember his
I think
name.
it's Ty Tyson.
She's like, move that bus.
I'm kind of taken aback by, I don't know why. I guess I just imagine he lived in some grandiose home with a backyard pond and a 4-car garage. People at our school can be harsh and seem to judge a person's popularity on the combination of looks and money, maybe like she is. But maybe Miller's personality makes up for his lack of money because he seems popular. I've never known anyone to talk negatively about him, except I am right now.
Yeah.
Some dude. I asked, circling back to how he referred to me on the phone call. I'm not telling my girlfriend I caught a ride with you, he says. It'll turn into a 3-hour-long interrogation. Sounds like a fun and healthy relationship. It is, when I'm not being interrogated. Buy me new flip-flops and I'll forget today even happened. He grins as I amuse him, then says, my wall is inside, follow me. I was only kidding, and based on the condition of the house he lives in, I'm not about to take some cash from him. But it seems like we somehow developed this sarcastic rapport, so I suddenly become sympathetic and refuse his money. I feel it might be insulting. I don't mind insulting him in jest, but I don't want to actually insult him. Besides, I can't protest because he's already walking toward his house. I leave my flip-flops in the car, not wanting to track Tara into his house, and follow him barefooted up the creaky steps, noticing the rotting wood on the second step. I skip over that step. He notices. Popcorn Jake.
What? Why is it important that he notices?
Because he notices her judging his fucking house.
The one thing that looks fairly new is the recliner. She's like, so the one thing that looks fairly new is that recliner facing the television. But its occupant looks older than the furniture. Damn, girl! Damn! Who is it? I can only see a portion of his profile in the top of his balding, wrinkled head. But what little hair he does have is shiny silver. He's snoring.
It's Dr. Phil. It's Joe Biden.
Yeah, because he's asleep. He's Sleepy Joe. Miller passes through the living room and heads toward the hallway. It begins to weigh on me. The fact that I'm following him to take his money. It was only a joke. Now it feels like an extremely pathetic show of my character.
Girl, your character has been showing.
Dirt shit right now. My eyes scroll around Miller's room. Again, it's not reminiscent of the condition of the outside of his home. There's a bed, full size. Oh, okay, yeah. I was about to say literally what the next line says.
On a cot?
Flushed against the wall. He sleeps there, right there in that bed, tossing about in those white sheets at night. I hesitate, no longer wanting to take money from him. He sees my hesitation. It makes him sigh, frustrated. Then he rolls his eyes and shoves the bill in the front left pocket of my jeans.
He basically touched her nunu.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like and he flicked it a little bit. He's like, here's 5. Like, Demi Lovato.
If you put your fingers in the front pocket of a girl's pants and it's 2019, so she's
That's
likely wearing
assault.
skinny jeans, you're basically touching her cocoa. Like
cocoa.
her cocoa.
Her in between me down there's. You're flicking her in between me down there's.
That's foreplay.
The house is shit, but I'm not broke. Take the money. I thought she was saying that. He's saying that. I swallow hard. Me too, girl. Just stuck his fingers in my pocket. Just stuck his fingers in my nunu. And I can still feel them even though they're no longer there. I still feel them in my nunu. Okay, it's not funny because she's 17. It's her nunu, girl.
He is too.
Okay.
They don't exist. Colleen Hoover sexualizes her character so fucking much.
She didn't say he touched my nunu.
He will later.
Oh, really?
Yes.
No, at 17.
Colleen Hoover's gonna write
Guys,
that he touched her nunu.
If you're 17, don't let somebody touch her nunu.
But if you do, Jake and I are always
On, like, the exact
literally like the two parents. Like he's like abstinence, and I'm like, but
good,
if you are
good cop, bad cop, girl. Oh wait, no, good. I don't know, something that's not a cop.
Social worker,
bad social worker. Miller sidesteps around me. You take your meds, Gramps. He calls him Gramps. It's kind of adorable. Gramps looks at Gramps. She's like, I'm gonna call him Gramps now. Gramps looks at Miller with a roll of his eyes. I've taken him every damn day since your grandma skipped town. I'm not an invalid yet, Miller quips. And grandma didn't skip town. She died of a heart attack. Either way, she left me. Damn. Women literally, even in death, don't have no rest. There's no rest.
You can't even fucking die from a heart attack without being
cursed. Accused of like some shit.
If I was someone's grandfather and my grandson called me Gramps, I would euthanize myself. Like I would
gag.
And if I'm his only caregiver, I would do it in front of him to traumatize him.
To change the trajectory of his life.
Don't call me Gramps. That is the most
what
annoying
do you want to be called
thing.
By your grandkids?
Grandpa.
You want to be called Grandpa by your grandkids, girl?
I don't know if I'm gonna get
You're
there.
Gizmo.
I'm Gizmo.
You're Gizmo, girl.
I'm Gumbus.
Yeah, you're Gumbus. Gizmo and Gumbus. No, you're absolutely Gumbus, and Adam is Gizmo.
Wait, I really like Gumbus because I love Gumbus the cat.
You really want to be a Gumbus to your grandkids?
Have you seen Gumbus the cat?
Yes, I have. But you want your grandkids to look at you and go, Oh, Gumbus.
I like it better
I love
than
you, Gumbus.
Kris Jenner makes her grandkids call her Lovely
Oh, I don't like that.
or Lovey.
My dad
Something
was like,
that.
I'm going to be called Your Honor. I was like, okay, right, Dad. When he disappears inside the house, an Instagram notification pings on my phone. Ping. Miller Adams started following you. Already?
I know. He's so
He
fucking
literally was like-
fast.
He was like,
Well, he already touched her nunu, so he's
yeah,
like,
right. He might as well
you
give her
might
the
as
Instagram
well.
follow. I smile. Maybe it's all been in my head. Before I'm even out of the driveway, I'm dialing Aunt Jenny's number. Aunt Jenny, that's her sister. We don't even know if Morgan survived this pregnancy. That's what I'm thinking. Morgan died from this pregnancy, giving birth. That's my prediction.
And you think Aunt Jenny is the caretaker?
Yes.
Okay.
You're like your friend when you guess the ending and they're like, I don't know, just keep reading.
I don't know. Just keep reading.
Just keep reading. I guess correctly, because why would they be so purposeful about that if Morgan were still alive? Maybe she's not alive, but she's definitely not in Clara's life.
Okay.
But I think she died giving birth.
Okay.
And she's regretting you.
She's regretting Clara.
She's regretting Clara. Chapter 3, Popcorn Nicole.
No, you need to read what it says because you think she's dead.
So Jenny
No, chapter 3. What does it say?
Morgan. No, but this is in the past now.
No, this is the present, Jake.
Oh, it is? Oh, damn. Okay, never mind then. I'm sorry. I thought it. See, here's how I thought the book would be structured. And also, one thing I want to say, Colleen Hoover is always doing this shit where it's like, oh, I'm gonna write a book from two people's perspectives,
Yes.
and every other chapter is gonna
Yes.
switch off. Girl, we get it. I think
Either
young
that
adult
or
books need to stop doing
a
that
manifesto. So Jenny said side-eyeing me. I can
shit. Oh,
tell.
you're
by-
actually gonna read? Okay, yeah, Popcorn Nicole.
I can tell by the tone of her voice she's about to say something she knows I'm going to disagree with. Jonah and I decided to get married. Surprisingly, I have no outward reaction to that comment, but inside those words feel like claws hollowing out my stomach. He proposed? She lowers his voice to a whisper because Jonah's in the living room. Not really. It was more of a discussion. It makes sense for it to be our next move. That is the least romantic thing I've ever heard. Jenny narrows her eyes at me. Like your proposal was any different? Touché. I hate it when she makes good points, but she's right. There wasn't a fancy proposal or even a plain proposal. The day after I told Chris I was pregnant, he said, well, I guess we should get married. And I said, yeah, I guess. And that was that.
This is the same time as the last chapter.
17 years later.
And Jonah and Jenny are not married yet.
He just proposed. Or they had a discussion.
17 years later.
They're like
Girl,
34.
Give that shit up. 17 years later, they didn't date that whole time. They
on.
dated for 17 years.
Hold on.
They were on and off.
We've been happily married 17 years now, so I don't know why I'm judging Jenny for the situation she got herself in.
Who?
I don't.
Who's we?
She got herself in. I don't know why I'm judging Jenny for the situation she got herself in. We've been happily married, her and Chris.
Yeah, for 17 years.
Yes.
But Jenny and what's his name?
Jonah
have not been.
No, it just feels different. Jonah and Chris are two completely different people, and at least Chris and I were in a relationship when I got pregnant. I'm not even sure what's going on with Jonah and Jenny. They haven't spoken since the summer after he graduated, and now he's suddenly back in our lives and potentially our family. Jonah's father died last year, and even though none of us had seen or spoken to him in years, Jenny decided to go to the funeral. They ended up having a one-night stand, but then he flew back home to Minnesota the next day. A month later, she found out she was pregnant. They had a son named Elijah, Jenny and Jonah. How many times have the two of you even had sex? Jenny looks at me in shock, like my question is too intrusive. I roll my eyes. I'll stop acting modest. I'm serious. You had a one-night stand and then you didn't see him until you were 9 months pregnant. Have you even been cleared by your doctor yet? Yeah, last week. And I ask, waiting for her to answer my question 3 times, including the one-night stand. She shakes her head. 4, I guess, or well, 5. That night counts as 2 times. Wow, they're practically strangers. 5 times, and now you're marrying him.
You had sex with somebody 5 times, now you're marrying them? I feel like that's fine. That's not good. Girl, leave his ass.
Right. Like justice for Aunt Jenny, right?
No, really. Like, I
Team
don't
Jenny.
like this.
Team Jenny. Jonah brushes past me to grab a plate from the cabinet. He glances at me. When he does, he holds a stare. I can tell by the look on his face that he has something to say, but he probably won't say it because he's always inside his head. He thinks more than he speaks. What? I stare back at him, waiting for a response. He shakes his head and turns around. Nothing, never mind. You can't look at me like that and not tell me what you were about to say. He sighs, his back still to me as he grabs the head of lettuce and sticks a knife into it. It's your birthday. I don't want to bring it up on your birthday. Too late for that. He faces me again and with a hesitant look in his eye, but concedes and tells me his thoughts. You've barely spoken to me since I've moved back. It's been over 17 years. Did you think that you could show back up and the 4 of us would fall right back into place? He shrugs. Things fell back into place with me and Chris. And me and Jenny. Just not with me and you. I waver between wanting to duck out of the kitchen and yelling all the things I've been wanting to yell at him since he left in such a selfish way. The conversation I refuse to partake in with Jonah gets shoved to the back of my mind for me to stew over later because now I need to know everything Clara said to my sister. It was nothing, Jenny said flippantly. Fuck Colleen Hoover for putting that word in that I can't pronounce. She gave some guy from her school a ride, and then he started following her on Instagram. She wasn't sure if he was flirting with her. What guy? Jenny shrugs. Morris? Miller? I can't remember. His name is Adams. Chris is in the kitchen now, setting up another pan on the stove. Miller? Adams? Why are we talking about Miller Adams?
Chris, you fucking alcoholic.
Page 37.
Why are we talking about Miller Adams in here? Girl, Chris, calm the fuck down.
Miller Lite?
Miller Lite?
Adams?
Samuel Adams? Yeah, girl, calm down.
You know him, I ask? Chris.
He's like, hell yeah, I do. We're best friends.
Chris shoots me a look that lets me know I should know exactly who Miller Adams is. The name rings no bells. He's Hank's boy. Hank. There are still people named Hank in the world. Chris.
Is Hank short for something?
Hanky. Chris rolls his eyes. Morgan, come on. Hank Adams. We went to school with him. I vaguely remember the name. Chris shakes his head. He's the kid who used to sell me weed. Ended up dropping out junior year. Got arrested for stealing the science teacher's car. And a load of other shit. Pretty sure he's been in jail for a few years now. Chris gives attention to Jenny. Too many DUIs or something. Why are we talking about his son? Claire isn't dating him. Is she?
Gag.
No, we're talking about a celebrity named Miller Adams. You're talking about someone local. Different people. Chris blows out a rush of air. Thank God. That's the last family she needs to be involved with.
Because Chris is like,
Are you excited for tomorrow? Chris asked Jenny. Jenny nods vigorously. You have no idea. She's a nurse at the same hospital where Chris is head of quality control. She's been on maternity leave since Elijah was born 6 weeks ago, and tomorrow is her first day back.
Oh.
You sure you don't mind keeping Elijah this week? Jenny asked me. Not at all. I'm excited. I really am excited. He'll be in daycare starting next week, so I've agreed to keep him for the 4 days Jenny works this week. Clara is a stay-at-home mom.
Clara?
I'm sorry.
I'm like, she has a child too?
Morgan. Who needed a ride? Chris asks her. Jenny and I look at each other right when Claire says, Miller Adams. Shit. Chris drops his fork to his plate. Why are you giving Miller Adams a ride? He asks her. Yes, Lexi says, because her best friend Lexi just happens to be there. It's Lexi from Rue's best friend Lexi in Euphoria. Why did you give Miller Adams a ride? Don't leave out a single detail. Clara ignores Lexi, responding only to her father. It was barely a mile. Why do you seem so bothered by it? Don't do it again, Chris says. I vote do it again, Lexi says.
I'm so confused why it's such a problem that she gave him a ride. I'd be like, hey,
right.
Thanks. Hey, that was really nice of you to do, daughter.
Right.
I hope nothing. He didn't try anything on you, did he?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Is he a nice guy? Okay.
I'm happy that my mother doesn't know that I was giving men in their 20s rides.
So
when
that
I was
is really
17,
concerning.
At 1 a.m.
Yeah, so that's
back
not
from
good.
Chipotle.
That's not good.
That was really, really bad of me. That was really, really naughty.
You regret that?
Heavily, deeply.
Yeah.
I want my gas money back.
Yeah.
Really bad.
T.
Really bad. Popcorn Jake.
Miller is a good kid, Jonah says. I have him in class. Nothing like Hank was like at that age. You have him in class for 40 minutes a day, Chris says. You can't know him that well. Apples don't fall far from their trees. I guess the apple don't fall far from the tree. Jonah seems just as ready to move on from the conversation as the rest of us. You didn't turn in your application for the UIL film project. I know, Clara says. Tomorrow's the deadline. I can't find anybody to sign up with. It's too hard to take on by myself.
With that attitude.
Clara begins asking Jonah questions about the film project requirements. Jenny and Chris are in a conversation of their own, discussing everything she missed at the hospital while on maternity leave. I talk to no one and pick up my food. It's my birthday and I'm surrounded by everyone important to me, but for some reason I feel more alone than I've ever felt.
Me.
This is literally you. I should be happy right now, but something's off. I can't put my finger on it. Maybe I'm getting bored, or worse, maybe I'm boring.
Not me.
Not me.
Not me.
Jenny has a career and a new child and is about to have a husband. Chris got a promotion 3 months ago, which means he's at the office more now. When Clara is away at college, where will that leave me? I glance up and Jonah is watching us. He looks away and reaches toward the diaper bag. I got you a birthday present. I'm confused. Before dinner, he seemed to be so tense with me. Now he's giving me a birthday present. He hands me an unwrapped gift, a gallon-sized Ziploc bag of candy. What are we, 12? It takes me a moment, but as soon as I see it's an entire bag of watermelon Jolly Ranchers, I want to smile, but a frown instead. He remembered. I smile, and it's probably the only genuine smile I've given him since he's been back. There's a moment between us, a 5-second stare where he smiles and I nod before he leaves the kitchen. Chris spends his evening with his iPad watching Netflix or sports.
He's an iPad
My
baby.
iPad baby husband. I waste mine away watching cable, the same shows every night. My weeks are so routine. I go to bed at the same time every night. I wake up at the same time every morning. I go to the same gym and do the same workout routine and run the same errands and cook the same scheduled meals. This sounds great.
Whose fault is that? Go. Oh.
I don't mind that. That sounds great. I like going to bed at the same time every night, and I like waking up at the same time every morning. Sorry. I don't think we could recreate that if we tried.
No, because it came from the heart.
I think back to when we were teenagers. Craving the nights the four of us would spend driving around in Jonah's car, me and Chris in the back seat, Jenny in the front. Jonah had a thing for Jolly Ranchers, so he always kept a bag in the console. He never ate the watermelon ones. It was his least favorite flavor and my favorite. Who likes the watermelon ones? They're the most disgusting. Sorry, but blue raspberry, that's where the ones that
I
are
think
good.
Jolly Ranchers are gross.
I think any kind of like hard candy like that, like grow up.
I can't believe it's been that long since I've had one. I swear. Sometimes I forget who I was or what I loved before I got pregnant with Clara. That's literally like, that's your greatest fear, queen. Like,
I know.
Yeah, like, you're like, what if I forget who I am?
Don't.
It's like the day I found out I was pregnant. I became someone else. I guess that happens when you become a mother, though. Your focus is no longer on yourself. Your life becomes all about this beautiful, tiny little human you created. You hate this book. You hate this book.
No.
No. Chapter 4, Clara. My father laughs as he pulls me in for a hug. I love his hugs. He wears the softest white button-up shirts to work, and sometimes when his arms are around me, it's like being wrapped in a cozy blanket. Only that blanket smells of the outdoors and sometimes disciplines you. Okay. It sometimes spanks you. Sorry.
It sometimes looks
I don't
at
like
you.
saying disciplines you. I don't like that.
It sometimes looks at you and goes, go to hell! And sometimes it leaves you all alone with your mother.
And sometimes it takes your door off its hinges because you don't deserve privacy anymore.
And sometimes it doesn't remember your birthday.
Don't. I need to get going. He releases me, and pulls at my hair. Have fun at school. Have fun at work. I follow him out of the kitchen to find my mom, no longer on the couch, but standing in front of the television. She's pointing at the TV screen. A plane hit the second tower.
No.
No. That was wrong.
That was really
That was
fucked up.
That was fucked up, Nicole. That was wrong. The cable just froze. Jenny was.
I'm surprised she doesn't have a 9/11
She almost
book.
did. Don't you remember one of them when they're like, when like the one of them was a pilot and she was like so worried about him, and I was like, is this book about 9/11?
Colleen Hoover would be the only one to write a sex scene before 9/11.
And Jenny walks into the house as I'm attempting to power the television back on for my mother. Knock, knock, she says, swinging the door open. Dad helps her with Elijah's car seat and an armful of stuff. I power the television back on, but it doesn't do anything. I think it's broken. Oh God, my mother says, as if the idea of being home all day with an infant and no television is a nightmare of an existence. Aunt Jenny hands my mother Elijah's diaper bag. You guys still have cable? No one has cable anymore. There's only a year of age difference between Aunt Jenny and my mom, but sometimes it feels as though my mother is a parent of both of us. We try to tell her, but she insists on keeping it, I say. I don't want to watch my shows on an iPad, my mother says in defense. Damn, she dug at the husband bad with that one. I don't want to watch my shows on an iPad, Chris. We get Netflix on our television, my father says. You can still watch it on the television. Jenny hands my mother a list of written instructions. Here's his feeding times and how to heat the breast milk. And I know you have my cell phone number, but I wrote it down again in case your phone dies. I wrote Jonah's number down too. I've raised a human before, my mother says. Yeah, but it was a long time ago, Aunt Jenny says. They might have changed since then. She walks over to my father and gives Elijah a kiss on the head. Bye, sweetie. Mommy loves you. Miller unfollowed me on Instagram last night. She turns around, startled by my sudden presence. Already? Did you say something that made him angry? No, we haven't spoken since I left his house. I didn't post anything. I didn't even comment on any of his pictures. I just don't get it. Why follow me and then unfollow me hours later? Social media is so confusing. Understatement. Social media is so confusing, girl. No, but also he likes you.
Well, yeah.
If you're going back and unfollowing,
Oh, yeah.
you're thinking about her all the time.
The only time I'm unfollowing is because I need you out of my life immediately, or I think that my following count is too big.
Do you like him? I can't lie to her. I don't know. I try not to, but he's so different from all the other guys at school. He goes out of his way to ignore me, and he's always eating suckers, and his relationship with his grandpa is adorably weird. So you like him because he ignores you, eats suckers, and has a weird grandpa. Aunt Jenny makes a concerned face. Those are weird reasons, Clara. By the way, did you hear about Miller and Shelby? I whipped my head in her direction.
Oh,
Lexi.
Yeah, her
This
friend.
is Bestie Lexi.
This is Messy Lexi from Euphoria.
I whipped my head in her direction. No, what about them? What about Miller and Shelby? Lexi moves her mascara wand to her other eye. She still doesn't answer me, so I ask her again. Lexi, what happened? Jeez, she says, stuffing the mascara wand back in the tube. Give me a sec. She motions for me to continue driving while she pulls out her lipstick. They broke up last night. That's my favorite sentence that ever come out of Lexi's mouth. How do you know? Emily told me. Shelby called her. Why'd they break up? I'm trying not to care. Really trying. Apparently it's because of you. Me? That's ridiculous. I gave him a ride to his house. He was in my car for 3 minutes tops. Shelby thinks he cheated on her with you. Well, 3 minutes isn't enough time. Shelby sounds like she has trust issues. That's really all it was, Lexi asked. A ride? Yes, it was that inconsequential. Do you like him? Oh, no, of course not. He's an asshole. Here's what I'm saying. If I were Shelby, yes, I would break up with him if I found out that she was in that car. Because you lied. Well, not that you lied, but like you purposely omitted the information.
He lied on the phone. He said some guy gave me a ride home.
He is not. He's super nice. Annoyingly nice. She's right. He is. He's only an asshole to me. Isn't it weird that my father thinks he's such a bad person? Lexi shrugs. Not really. Your father doesn't even like me, and I'm awesome. He likes you, I say. He only teases the people he likes. And maybe Miller is the same way, he suggests. Maybe he only ignores the people he likes. Did their fight really have to do with the silly car ride? It was probably the car ride coupled with the Instagram follow, which would explain why he unfollowed me last night, which proves he's trying to get her back. Do you think their breakup will stick? Lexi glances at me and grins. What's the matter to you? It was inconsequential. Jonah makes me call him Mr. Sullivan at school. I'm sure he'd like it if I called him Uncle Jonah outside of school, but he's just Jonah to me. I haven't even known him long enough to feel like he's my uncle yet, even though he's just had a baby with my Aunt Jenny. Morning. I have him for first period, so I toss my backpack in my usual seat, but I take the seat right in front of his desk. Did Jenny get Elijah dropped off with your mom? He asked. Yep, cute as ever. He really is. He looks just like his daddy. Ha, no. He looks just like me, I correct. He looks just like me, I correct. He looks just like me, I correct. Think about this.
You know who you sound like? Cynthia. Jesus
Just
died
died.
for our Cynthias.
Cynthia! Jesus died for our Cynthias!
No, so you're picking up what I'm putting down here. Clara is Jonah's daughter. Jonah and Morgan slept together that night, and that's why he fled. That's why he fled. Clara is Jonah's daughter, and he told, I just unwrapped this entire book. We don't even need to read the rest. We don't need to read the rest. Nicole, I figured it the fuck out. This is so Colleen Hoover. This is so Colleen Hoover. This is easy, Nicole. It's getting easier every time you read one of these to guess what's going to happen. I predict it because he slept with. Yeah, why would she say that? He looks just like me, I say. You don't know that. You don't even know what you look like as a fucking baby.
Yes,
you don't know what you look like as a fucking. Sorry, you don't know what you look like as a fucking baby. Maybe you've seen pictures, but you really don't know what you looked like. No, I knew this. This is like crazy. Sorry, spoiler alert. I guess we should put a spoiler alert just in case. Why'd you break up with Aunt Jenny in high school? Jonah lifts his head quickly, his eyebrows raised. He laughs nervously, like he doesn't want to have his own conversation with me or with anyone. We were young. I'm not even sure I even remember. He remembers. He remembers so bad. He remembers so bad because he's in love with Morgan. He's in love with Morgan. They fucked. Mom wasn't happy when you got Jenny pregnant last year. I'm sure she wasn't. It wasn't very well thought out. Yeah, of course she wasn't happy because he got Morgan pregnant too.
He's
He fucked two sisters. Oh my God! It's reverse. It's reverse the summer I turned pretty. Ew! Ew! He's weird as fuck. I don't like him.
Wait, that is true.
It is. I don't like this. He grabs one of two folders on his desk and hands it to me. Please fill this out. Even if you don't end up doing it, if you place in the top, it'll be great to put on your film school applications. Not to mention you'll have footage for your acting reel. Oh, she wants to be an actor. Yes. So who is it that's looking for a partner? Miller Adams. My head snaps up when Jonah says his name. I continue speaking. When you guys were talking about him last night, I remembered reading in the notes from the teacher who sponsored this program last year that Miller was on the team that placed, which means he has the experience. He does. I asked him to sign up this year, but he ultimately turned it down. Said he's got a lot going on and it's a big commitment, but if the two of you do it together, he might be interested. Oh, of course. Yeah, of course he's going to be interested. He's in love with her. I'm not going to lie. I was secretly hoping it was Miller Adams, especially because he told me he was into film, but was Jonah not at the same dinner I sat through last night? Why would you try to pair me up with him on a project after what my dad said? I'm a teacher, not a matchmaker. Miller is the perfect partner for this. He's a good kid. Your father is misinformed.
Because that's not her father.
Gag. And he really wants her to be with him. The real dad wants her to be with him.
Mm-hmm. Because he
Wait,
has
are you
him as a
confirming
student.
this is correct, my theory?
I just think
keep reading. You'll keep reading. Who knows? You'll have to keep reading to find out. I know that it's correct. I wonder somebody run a study on how well I've predicted all of these books after during these videos. Like, at what time stamp, at what point of the book did I predict what the correct ending was? I don't know if I predicted ugly love. I don't know if I could ever have predicted that they get into a massive car crash after talking about their son's balls.
You're so confident now that you've cracked the code.
I know. I just love this book so much. No, I'm actually a little disappointed because I feel like we are only reading like 30% of it. And
you feel like you ruined it for yourself?
Not that I ruined it for myself, but that like if I caught onto it having only read like a few paragraphs from the book, like imagine actually reading the book. Like you probably knew exactly what was going to happen next.
With Colleen Hoover books, you can almost always tell.
Yeah. The first thing I noticed are his crimson puffy eyes. It looks like he hasn't slept. His shirt is wrinkled. His hair is a mess. Damn, drag him.
His house is shit. His clothes are shit.
They're wrinkled. His hair's a fucking mess. His breath smells bad. He has no future. Miller looks from Jonah to me to Jonah. He remains by... Yeah, why would she put that first chapter in there if Jonah didn't fuck Morgan? I'm sorry. Like, why would... Like, because it wouldn't matter, right? It wouldn't matter that whole first chapter unless it had something to do with the fact that they fucked. Jonah nods, confused by Miller's reaction. I'm not confused by it. I'm used to him not wanting anything to do with me. Sorry, but that's not going to work out, Miller says. He looks at me. No offense, Clara. I'm sure you understand why. I guess his girlfriend really is the reason. I gathered when you unfollowed me on Instagram 5 hours after following me. Miller walks farther into the room and drops his backpack on the desk and plops down onto the chair. According to Shelby, I shouldn't have followed you in the first place. I laugh. Your girlfriend broke up with you because I gave you a ride in 102-degree weather. There's something off about that. She broke up with me because I lied to her about it. Yeah, and you lied to her about it because you knew she'd break up with you if she found out. What was that all about? He asked. His girlfriend hates me. Well, ex-girlfriend. I take a sip of the coffee to be nice. It's putrid. I shouldn't be the problem then, right? I laugh. You would think.
She filled out both of the forms.
Oh,
still,
for both of them.
just in case he changes his mind.
Me, you busy? And Jenny, on my way to work. She's texting and driving. Me, it'll only take a second. 2 things. Your baby daddy is a smartass. Also, Miller and Shelby broke up. Not sure how long it'll last. And Jenny, why'd they break up? Because you gave him a ride? Me, apparently it was the Instagram follow that did it. And Jenny, that's good news. Now you get to date the guy with the weird grandpa. Me, I didn't say his grandpa was weird. I said the relationship was adorably weird. Also, he's trying to get his girlfriend back, so I don't know that I have a chance. And Jenny, oh, that stinks. Don't pursue him then. You don't want to be the other girl. Trust me. You were the other girl once. I need to hear this story. Is that why you and Jonah broke up in high school? Gag it. The dots on my phone indicate Jenny is typing. I wait to hear about her juicy teenage drama, but the dots stop. Me, why the fuck did the dots stop, girl? I tell you everything. You can't hint that you've had an affair and not elaborate. Me, Jenny, and Jenny. Popcorn.
Who's it gonna be?
Nicole.
Oh my god. Chapter 5, Morgan.
Morgan. Chapter 5, Morgan.
Who's in Morgan? I once heard someone say we're all just one phone call away from our knees.
Me too.
Honestly.
I am one phone call away from my knees. That's actually true.
That's what
Call me at
Grindr
any
is
time
for.
and I'm getting on my knees.
Grindr, when you really think about it,
It's one phone call away from your knees.
it's the absolute truth. My voice comes out in a shaky whisper when I ask, is he okay? I wait for the nurse on the other end of the line and tell me that Chris will be fine, but all I get is a long stretch of silence. Feels like someone is wringing my spine like a wet towel. I want to double over from the pain, but the pain isn't physical. It's an intangible anguish that feels terminal. I don't know details, the nurse said. All I know is that he was brought in a few moments ago, so try to get here as soon as possible. Are you smiling?
Because I guessed right about this book. I know that's not confirming right now, but I just keep thinking about how right I am about this book. It's just making me happy.
The trip to the hospital is a blur. I spend it whispering prayers and gripping the steering wheel and stealing glances at my phone, resting in the passenger seat, waiting for Jenny to call me back. I don't call Claire at school yet. I need to know that Chris is okay before I worry her. Where is my husband? The words tumble out in a panic. Her eyes are sympathetic. Who is your husband? Chris, I gasp for air.
Who the
Chris
hell
Grant.
is my husband?
He works here, and he was just brought in. Her expression changes when I say his name. Let me get someone who can help you. I just got on the shift. Can you page my sister? She works here too. Jenny Davidson. The nurse nods, but rushes away from the window without paging Jenny. Labor and delivery. How may I direct your call? I need to speak to Jenny Davidson, one of your nurses. It's an emergency. Hold, please. Elijah starts to cry, so I put the phone on speaker and set it in the chair so that I can pull him out of his car seat. I pace back and forth, waiting for Jenny to answer, waiting for a nurse, waiting for a doctor, waiting, ma'am. I grab my phone. Yes, Jenny isn't on schedule until tomorrow. She's been out on maternity leave. I shake my head frustrated. Elijah is growing more agitated. He's hungry. No, she started back this morning. There's a moment of hesitation from the woman on the other line before she repeats herself. She isn't on the schedule until tomorrow. I've been here all day and she's not here. Jonah is standing next to me now. What do you know? Nothing, I say, exasperated. Exasperated.
Where is she?
All I was told on the phone is that there was a car wreck. Is Jenny on her way over? I lift my head.
Who do you think got in the
Just-
car wreck with Chris? Jenny. Jenny ran Chris over with her car.
Jenny, on the way over, I lift my head just as Jonah swings his gaze in my direction. He doesn't answer my question. He just stares at me. His brows furrows, so I continue. Tried calling her, but whoever answered the phone in labor and delivery kept telling me she's not on the schedule today. Jonah's eyes squint with a shake of his head. I'm confused. I know. I told her that she started back today, but the woman tried arguing with me. Why are you trying to call Jenny? He's standing now. The confusion dripping from him is making me more nervous than I already am. She's my sister. Of course I'm going to call her and tell her about Chris. Jonah shakes his head. What about Chris? What about Chris? I'm so confused. What do you mean? They called me and said Chris was in a wreck. Why else would I be here? Jonah swallows, dragging his hands down his face. Somehow his eyes fill with even more concern. Morgan, he steps closer to me. I'm here because Jenny was in a wreck.
Who do you think gave you the car wreck?
It was me, love. Who do you think gave you the teeth?
It's me, Harry Styles.
If I wasn't already sitting, I would have fallen. I don't make a noise. I just stare at him and try to process everything. I shake my head and try to speak, but my words are weak. You've misunderstood them. They can't both have been. I think there's been a mistake, Jonah says. I'm next to him at the window now holding Elijah. I can't feel my legs. I don't know how I walked from the chair to here. Who had a wreck? Who was brought in? I can't stop the questions from spilling out of me. Was it my husband or my sister?
Here's my prediction. They were fucking. She was giving him roadhead. And they crashed.
Oh, shit.
They crashed.
So what are you saying here?
My prediction is that, yeah, they were together in the car. Chris is cheating on Morgan with Jenny, and Jenny is cheating on Jonah with Morgan's husband, Chris, and Morgan wants Jonah.
I don't have news on their condition yet. So is it both of them, Jonah asks? Jenny and Chris? She nods. Oh my God. I whisper. I drop my head on my hands. 2 huge tears slide down my cheeks. I'm so sorry, Morgan, she says. You guys can wait in here, and as soon as I know something, I'll be back. Maybe one of their cars broke down, Jonah mutters. That's probably why they were together.
They wouldn't be in a fucking car crash, would they?
I nod, but my mind can't even process that sentence right now. I don't know why they were together in the same car. I don't know why Jenny lied to us and said that she was working today. I don't even care. I just need to know that they're okay.
Exactly.
Colleen Hoover only know how to write people who die in car accidents. Layla or
No, she was shot in Layla.
Layla?
One of them was shot, and their like bodies like fucking got like scrambled up like eggs.
Not Layla. What's the other one? The other
realm.
spooky one.
Verity.
There
was a car.
She was in a car
it was like
accident?
he was like flattened by a bus or some shit. A girl. Yeah, she watched him get flattened by a bus.
But the Verity herself, that's why she has she's like not well. Ugly love, car accident. Damn.
Colleen's like, do not make unnecessary journeys. And don't get in the car.
Colleen, there are other modes of death than vehicular manslaughter.
Yeah, write a plain one next time.
No. 4 minutes pass. Jonah spends it calling the police station trying to get information about the wreck. They won't tell him much. He asks what the model of the vehicle that was involved. It was Jenny's car, a Toyota Highlander. A male was driving, but that's all they'll tell him. Why was Chris driving her car, Jonah asks. I treat it as a rhetorical question, but he mutters another. Why does she lie about working today? I keep watching my phone as if Jenny or Chris is going to call me and tell me they're fine. Morgan, Jonah says. I don't look at him. Do you think, are they having an... Don't say it. I spit it out. We can tell them Chris had a flat and Jenny gave him a ride to work, I suggest. At least until Jenny and Chris can explain it themselves. They're talking about what to say to Clara. We separate. Jonah steps forward, but when I see the look on the doctor's face, I step back. He begins to speak, but I don't know exactly what he says because his words mean nothing to me. I can see our answer in his apologetic eyes and the way his lips turn down at the corners and his remorseful stance. When the doctor tells us that there was nothing they could do, Jonah falls into a chair. I just fall. Chapter 6, Clara. Aunt Jenny's funeral was yesterday. My father's is right now. My mother insisted they be separate, which made me angry. No one wants to sit through 2 days in a row, not even the dead. He okay? I glance to my left and Jonah is leaning against the building in shade. He pushes off the brick and walks towards us. I find it odd that he isn't inside right now. My father and Jonah were supposedly best friends and he's skipping his service. I guess I don't have room to talk. I'm out here too.
This is so gaggy. I'm sorry. This is so gaggy. He died having an affair. It's clocking to me right now, and it's gagging me.
No, places his palm on top of Elijah's head, brushing his thumb over his forehead. You can go back in. I'll probably just take him home now. I'm jealous he gets to leave. I want to leave. A tear falls down my cheek and then another.
Fuck, that's your dad, girl. Your supposed father.
I lie down on the bench and curl up my legs. I close my eyes and try not to get swallowed up in more guilt. But the guilt wraps its arms around me, squeezing the breath out of my lungs. Since the moment I found out that they had the wreck, I knew in my gut what caused it. I was texting Aunt Jenny.
Literally you. This is so you. This is so you coded. This is so you coded. It's crazy. I caused that car accident.
I will never forget.
The guilt is eating me.
Yeah, I have nothing to say. Without giving out extremely personal information, I have nothing to say. She was responding to my text at first, and then she wasn't. I never heard back from her, and then 2 hours later, I found out about the wreck. I like to believe it wasn't my fault, but Aunt Jenny said that she was on her way to work when I texted her. I should have been more concerned about her reading my text while driving, but I was only concerned about myself and my issues. Jonah wouldn't have lost Jenny. Elijah wouldn't have lost his mother. I wouldn't have lost my father, the only man I've ever loved. Did they look at Aunt Jenny's phone? Could they determine she was texting and driving? Me as fuck. If my mother does find out, it was because I wanted Aunt Jenny to read my text and respond to me. I knew she was driving. That will only add to her heartache. The knowledge makes me not want to be here at the funeral where every single tear shed inside is all because of me.
Wait, T, she made it to work.
Oh, true. So did he, because he also works at the hospital. He also made it to work.
Gag? Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So it's totally plausible that they were carpooling.
Right, you would think, but they left in 2 cars. Hey. My eyes pop open at the sound of his voice. Miller is standing over me, his hands in his pockets and his pants. I would hope so. Where else?
He's flicking his beanie.
I sit up on the bench, straightening out my dress so that it covers my thighs. I'm surprised to see him. He's wearing a suit. Black,
Yeah, why
white,
is he
black.
there? Oh, I guess like Miller. I guess that is. Wait, no. Why is he there? Sorry, not that he can't go to his friends.
No, but you don't typically go to the funeral. Like, you go to a viewing as support. I feel terrible that my body can somehow feel this much grief, yet be sparked with twinges of attraction as soon as Miller is in my presence.
Literally belly.
She's like, fuck,
No.
my aunt is dead. But
But I'm horny. I'm horny as hell.
I use my palms to wipe the tears from my face. Hi. He presses his lips together and looks
Hi.
around like this is as uncomfortable as I fear it is. I want to stop by, see how you were doing. I'm not doing well. Not at all. I want to tell him that, but the only thing that comes out of my mouth is, I don't want to be here. I'm not asking him to take me anywhere. I'm just being honest about what I'm feeling in this very moment, but he nudges his head towards the parking lot. Then let's go. You hungry, Miller
Why
asks?
do they always
Thirsty?
make their move when the people are when the girls are at their most saddest point?
Yeah, in every single Colleen Hoover
In
book. Like
every single Colleen
like
Hoover
literally
book.
everyone is sobbing during sex.
It's like, what is up with this? It's young adult novels. Is this even young adult at this point?
No, it can't be.
You're like, with what happens later?
It can't be young adult. You hungry, Miller asks. Thirsty? I pull away from the window and turn to look at him. No, I kind of want to get high, though. His eyes move swiftly from the road to me. He smiles a little. I'm sure you do. I'm serious, I say, sitting up straighter. I've never tried it before, and I really want to get out of my head
That's
today.
a terrible idea.
Do you have any
terrible
weed?
fucking idea?
No, he says she goes into psychosis.
No, literally. She's
gets
like,
a
my
panic
dad
attack.
is still alive. I know it. He spoke to me just now. Like, all right, girl, you're not handling this very
I
well.
sink back into the seat, disappointed, but I know where you can get some. 10 minutes later, he's pulling into the local movie theater. He tells me to wait in the truck. I almost tell him never mind, that it was just a random thought, but part of me is curious if it'll help with the grief. He drives to the side of the movie theater and faces the road so that we can see the entire parking lot. He pulls a baggie out of his pocket. There's an already rolled joint in it. The truck is so old that it still has one of those built-in cigarette lighters, and his car is so disgusting and ugly and filthy and old. He pushes in to heat up and then hands me the joint. I stare at it, unsure of what to do with it. I look at Miller expectantly. You aren't going to light it for me? He shakes his head. I don't smoke. But you have a dealer. Miller laughs. His name is Steven. He's my coworker and not a dealer, but he always has weed on him. Well, shit. I didn't think I'd have to do it myself. I've never even lit a cigarette before. I pull out my phone and open YouTube. I search how to light a joint and start playing a video. YouTube has weed smoking tutorials, he asks.
Am I dumb? I'm sorry, but I don't think like it's that hard to light.
Right.
Like, to toke a doobie.
ThatcherJake.
I don't think it's that hard. You looked up a fucking tutorial on YouTube? I think it's a basic human instinct to
grow
burn
up.
something. I think that's like something cavemen did. They didn't have YouTube tutorial, queen.
Grow up and pull out the cigarette. Like, just
Yeah,
come on.
start smoking, queen.
You never lit a candle ever.
Yeah, legit.
You never lit a candle.
You never did that? Like,
I know
girl.
her ass loves Bath and Body Works.
Mom, where are you? I flip my phone face down. If I can't see the text, it doesn't exist, period.
She's a child with object permanence issues.
Yeah. What about you, Miller asks? What's your thing? Acting. Me as fuck. But you already know that. He makes a face. When you asked what my thing was, for some reason, I thought we were talking about things we like to consume. That makes me smile. No, it includes anything. What are you the most into? What is the one thing you would never be willing to give up in life? He's probably going to say Shelby. Photography, he says quickly. Filming, editing, anything that puts me behind the camera. He tilts his head and smiles at me. What?
You're Clara. I'm Miller.
Oh, you're the Miller to my Clara. You're the Miller to my Claro. But you already know that. That why you have a dash cam, I say, pointing at it? You have the need to be behind a camera even when you're driving? Oh, if only your dad had a dash cam. Sorry. He nods. I also have this. He opens up his glove box and pulls out a gun. I'm sorry. That's wrong. He opens up his glove box and pulls out a GoPro. I've always had some kind of camera on me. I've always had that thing on me. Never.
I stay strapped.
Never know when that perfect photographic moment will arise. Too bad your ex won't let us work on the film project together. We might actually make a good team. Okay, I'm back together with Shelby. That sucks, I say. Not really. I roll my head and look at him pointedly. No, it does. It sucks. You shouldn't have even brought it up. I didn't. You did. You called her my ex a minute ago, and I felt the need to clarify that we got back together. Why are you in this fucking... Why are you fucking...
Why are you
Why is he doing this? Why is he in this car with her? If you're back together with Shelby, why are you checking on me right now? She wouldn't approve of this. Yeah, I agree. A flash of guilt crosses his face. He grips the steering wheel, then slides his hands down on it. I'd feel even guiltier if I didn't check on you. I'd really like to ruminate on that comment.
Ruminating, always on my mind.
Really like to ruminate on that comment, but our conversation is ruined by the intrusion of a car that pulls up next to us. I glance out my open window and then sit up straight. Crap. Oh. Get in the car, Clara. My mother's words are firm and loud, but it could be because the windows are down and she pulled up so close to Miller's truck that I'm not sure I'll be able to open the door. Is that your mother? Miller whispers. Yep. But oddly, it doesn't faze me as much as it probably should. Maybe the weed really did help because I kind of want to laugh at that she's here. I forgot we have that app. She can track me anywhere. Oh, you did. You mentioned this. Life 360.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you've been personally victimized by Life 360.
Really?
Yes.
I thought your parents didn't know what Life 360 was.
They loved Life 360.
I really thought that they didn't know.
In high school, they were like, you need to have this on your phone.
Oh, shit.
I kept deleting it.
Oh,
because I was a bad kid. But I also was like, I don't go anywhere, parents. Parents, I don't go anywhere.
My mom, she does have my location now, which I like for a lot of people to have my location. Don't come to my house. If
you have 32 people having your location, do not come over.
My mom has my location. She calls me yesterday. She goes, why are you taking that road to get home? I'm like, you fucking freak.
Wait, gagged you for that. I can feel her disapproval despite her silence. A few seconds later, she swings her head in my direction. Oh my God. Are you high? Huh? Were you just getting high with that guy? No, we were just talking. I don't sound convincing.
Sounds like Lola from Big Mouth. No, you were just talking.
She makes a sound and says, "You smell like weed." Do I? I sniff my dress. Which is stupid because anyone who knows they don't smell like weed wouldn't sniff themselves to see if they do smell like weed. That's so gaggy. She's right. Her jaw clenches even tighter and you make eye contact. Something has completely given me away. I flip down the visor and look at my bloodshot eyes. Wow, that happened fast. I flip up the visor. I can't believe you skipped your father's funeral to get high. I stayed for most of it. It was your father's funeral, Clara. She is so pissed right now. I sigh and stare out my window. How long am I grounded for? She releases a frustrated breath. I'll let you know after I talk to your No. He's dead. He's dead. Her mouth clams shut and she realizes what she's about to say. I'm not certain because I'm staring out the window, but I think she cries the entire way home. Chapter 7, Morgan. 2 years, 6 months, and 13 days. That's exactly how long Clara and I can live off of Chris's life insurance.
Why are you laughing?
If we continue to live like we're living, his social security check won't come close to what his actual paycheck was, which means decisions need to be made. Finances need to be reconfigured. Claire's college fund may need to be decreased. I need to find a job, a career. Popcorn Nicole.
I open the door, shocked by what I see. Jonah hasn't shaved in a few days. He doesn't even look like he showered or slept. He probably hasn't because I haven't. And I don't even have an infant to care for. Hey, he said, his voice flat. I opened the door to let him in. Where's Elijah? My mother wanted to take him for a few hours. That makes me feel good. Jonah needs the break. I don't know why he's here, but I'm serious because he wants to talk about what happened. He's probably here to dissect why they were together. If I could have my way, I'd never speak of it. I want to pretend that it didn't happen. The grief of losing them is enough. I don't want to pile anger and feelings of betrayal on top of that. He leans forward, elbows on his knees, fingers coming to a point against his chin. He sighs heavily. I don't know if it's too soon to discuss it, but I have so many questions. I don't ever want to discuss it. He sighs, leaning back against the couch, Morgan. I hate how he says my name, full of disappointment. What good would it do, Jonah? We don't know why they were together. If we start dissecting it, we might find answers that we don't want. He squeezes his jaw. We sit in a stark, uncomfortable silence for an entire minute. Then, as if it's a brand new thought, Jonah's eyes flicker to mine. Where's Chris's car? Jonah can tell by the way I avert my eyes that this is something else I was trying to avoid. He left here in his car that morning, didn't he? Yes, I whisper. I've been trying to wonder where his car is, but I haven't done anything about trying to locate it. I'm afraid of what the location might prove. I'd rather not know where it is forever rather than find out it's parked at some hotel. Did he have OnStar? I nod. Jonah pulls out his cell phone and goes outside to make a phone call. I cover my mouth with a hesitant hand. Where is it? I whisper. His face conveys his words before they even come out of his mouth. It's parked at the Langford. My hand.
It's the Langford.
My hand drops from my mouth. And I clench my stomach. It must look like I'm about to faint because Jonah takes a glass of wine from my hand and sets it carefully on the counter. I call the hotel, he continues. They've been leaving voicemails on Chris's phone. They said we can come get the keys and the stuff that was left in their room. Their room. My sister and my husband's hotel room.
Gag.
I can't, Jonah. My voice is in a pained whisper. His
She can't even be
expression is
angry. She fucked Jonah.
My expression is sympathetic now. He puts his hand on my shoulder and dips his head. You have to. His car will be towed tomorrow if we don't pick it up tonight. You need his car, Morgan. My eyes are filled with tears. I press my lips together and nod. Okay, but I don't want to know what's in the room. That's fine. You can drive Chris's car home and I'll take care of the rest. I'm sitting in Jonah's car. We're parked next to Chris's SUV. Jonah got a key from the front desk and went inside the hotel to find Chris's car key. He's been in there for 5 minutes. I lean my head back and close my eyes, saying a silent prayer, hoping he'll tell me that whatever he found proved we're way off base. But I already know. In my heart, I know that I've been betrayed in the worst way possible by the one person I never thought would hurt me. My sister. My best friend. Chris doing something like that was a knife to my heart, but Jenny, that's an obliteration of my soul. When Jonah is back to the driver's seat, he tosses Jenny's duffel bag into the back. The one Chris and I bought for her for Christmas last year. He hands me the keys to Chris's car. I'm staring at the bag, wondering why she would have needed it. She left her house that morning for a 12-hour shift, not an overnight trip. Why would she need an overnight bag? Why was her bag in there? Jonah doesn't respond. His jaw is like concrete as he stares forward. Why did she need a bag, Jonah? She told you she was going to work, right? She wasn't staying the night anywhere. Her scrubs were in there. But the way he says it makes me think he's lying. She had an overnight bag so they could change out of her scrubs after leaving my house, but what was she changing into? I reach to the back seat and he grabs my wrist and stops me. I pull away from him and turn around in my seat, attempting to reach for the duffel bag again. He blocks me with his arm, so we spend the next several seconds shuffling in the car until he has both arms around me trying to pull me back into my seat, but I've already unzipped it. As soon as I see the black lace trim edging, a piece of dainty lingerie, I fell back into my front seat.
Jenny's the real victim of this book. Because all she did was love furiously and ferociously.
And cheat? I stare ahead motionless. I try not to let the images flash through my mind, but knowing my sister was planning to wear lingerie for my husband is quite possibly one of the worst things imaginable. Why? My voice strains out of the walls of my throat. Jonah reaches a comforting arm out, but I push away. Take me home. He doesn't move for a moment, but Chris's car. I don't want that fucking car. You're so worried about how long the Social Security will last. Take that car home and sell it, girl.
She is dumb. She needs to take that car. You have a daughter. You have a daughter, and now you're gonna have to be taking care of Elijah.
Right. You are concerned about how long it will last, and you're like, well, fuck. Now I need to get a job.
Wait, she doesn't have a daughter. Oh, wait, yes, she does.
Morgan?
Both of the kids now are Jonah's.
Sure.
So why are you saying sure? I know it for a fact. Because Claire is Jonah's and so is Elijah.
Claire is Jonah's and so is Elijah's. Sure. And so basically what I'm trying to say, though, is you need money. How are you so calm? I ask him. Jonah leans back in his chair with a sidelong look in my direction. I'm not calm, he says. I'm hurt. I'm angry. But I'm also not as invested as you, so I think it's natural for us to have different reactions. Not as invested as me? Chris wasn't my brother, he says matter-of-factly. Jenny wasn't someone I've been married to for half my life. They've cut you deeper than they've cut me. I look away from Jonah because his words make me want to wince. I don't like that description. They've cut you.
She's chopping it up.
I haven't been okay for a week. I'm not okay now, but I shrug and say, I'll survive. He hesitates like he wants to say more, but he doesn't. He walks back to his car where I close my front door. What was that about? I spin around and find Clara standing there at the entrance of the hallway. Nothing. I say almost too quickly. Is he okay? Yeah, he's struggling, raising Elijah on his own. He had questions. Granted, Elijah is an easier baby than Clara. They look like they could be twins, but their personalities are nothing alike.
Oh.
Who has Elijah? Clara asks. I hear that word come from Clara, but I can't answer it because my thoughts aren't moving forward. They're stuck on the last thing that went through my head. They look like they could be twins.
Gag it.
I grab the wall after being hit by what feels like a 10,000-pound realization. Why did you leave the house with Jonah? Where did y'all go? Elijah doesn't look anything like Jonah. He
Gag
looks
it.
like
Clock it.
Clara.
Clock it. Clock that
No.
T.
Did you hear what I just said?
Elijah doesn't look anything like Jonah. He looks like Clara. Oh, Chris, you dirty dog.
You were so
God.
fucking sure.
I know.
There is 25 minutes of you going, I can't believe I figured this book out.
Claire, this book. God damn it.
And I had to play it along the whole time.
Chris,
and
you dirty dog.
And I'm like, yeah.
I'm pissed right now. I'm pissed. I don't want to read any more of this. This is a shit ass fucking book. Morgan and Jonah never fucked? Oh, Colleen Hoover's really good at exonerating,
taking advantage of people like you.
Yeah, literally.
The gullible.
Yeah, I can't believe
The ones with a lot of self-confidence.
No.
Mom, Claire says with more emphasis, trying to get a response from me. And Clara looks just like Chris. The walls in front of me begin to pulsate. I wave Clara off because I know what a terrible liar I am. And I feel like she can see right through me. You're still grounded. Go back to your room. I'm grounded from the living room? She asks, puzzled. Popcorn Jake.
Chapter 8, Clara. I'm grounded from my phone, so my mother won't be able to see where I am. I was afraid she'd call the police, so before I left, I wrote her a note that said, I'm really hurting. I'm going to Lexi's for a couple of hours, but I'll be home by 10. I knew if I threw
Texting
in...
my mom that when I like don't want to do something. I'm
I'm
really
hurting.
hurting.
I'm hurting right now.
Mom.
I knew if I threw in the hurting part, maybe she wouldn't be so angry. Grief is a beast, but it's also a great excuse. Now I'm sitting in the parking lot of the movie theater staring at Miller's truck. I pulled in because I was thinking how nice it would be to sit in the dark theater for an hour and a half and forget the outside world even exists. But now that I know Miller is working tonight, I'm not sure I want to go in. It'll seem like I came here on purpose, seeking him out. Maybe I did. I don't even know. She's gonna get high again, isn't she? He laughs. Final showing started between 30 and 45 minutes ago, but you can take your pick. Theater 4 is the emptiest. What's playing in 4? Interstate? It's an action flick. Gross. I'll take it. I pull money out of my purse and he waves it away. Don't worry about it. Family gets in for free. I don't understand how their relationship developed this much. Like, truly, because he ignored her for so long. Mm-hmm. And for so long, I mean, like, for, like, the first few chapters of this book. Family gets in for free. If anyone asks, tell them you're my sister. Oh, God, that's going to be weird when they start dating. Thanks, Bubba. He makes a pain face after I call him that. It's almost as if it's a gross thought. I like that the thought of us being relatives repulses him. That means there's a chance he's imagined us together in an entirely different capacity. Good, she's distancing herself from the incest.
Yeah, for one Colleen Hoover book.
I mean, kind of. She kind of did
they
because...
They toyed with it.
She played with it because of Chris. We're not doing anything wrong, but it feels like we are. Before he sat down next to me, he came in the theater. I felt numb, but now my body is charged with adrenaline. Our arms aren't even touching. I'm hogging both armrests, and he's leaning away from me, probably to avoid any form of contact. He's sitting next to the one girl we both know he shouldn't be sitting next to, and even if it makes me feel guilty, it also makes me feel good. Hey, I just want to say this. If he'll do it for you, he'll do it to you. Okay? And he is emotionally cheating on his girlfriend right now, and he's about to probably actually cheat on her unless Colleen Hoover, I don't know, grows some balls and writes him breaking up with her soon. You know what? I feel like this is about to happen, actually, because every time I say something like this, it's like the next line is like, oh, we broke up. What's your favorite movie of all time, he asked? Pick one from the past 10 years. I can't. There's so many great ones. I love all of them, but for different reasons. I love the technical aspect of Birdman. I love the performances in Call Me By Your Name.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he loves the performances. I'm sure he loves the Peaches performance in Call Me By Your Name.
When I get home, I expect my mother to be waiting up for me, pissed and ready to argue. Instead, the house is quiet. Her bedroom light is off. And when I get into my room, I'm surprised to find my cell phone on my pillow. A peace offering. That's unexpected. I open Instagram and browse through Miller's profile. I know I said I need to stop interacting with him, and I will. But first, I need to send him a message. Just one. Then we can go back to how things have been between us for the past year. Non-existent. Just wanted to say thank you for the free movie and the shitty popcorn. You're the best sibling I've ever had. Whoa. Okay. He doesn't follow me, so I expect it will go to his filtered messages.
Colleen Hoover.
She knows how Instagram works.
Colleen Hoover?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I'm really proud of her.
But also, like, Colleen Hoover knows that the most searched subject is siblings. And that is why she appeals to it.
Why? Because you told her?
Number one, because I did tell her.
I did tell her.
Number two, she knows it appeals to so many.
Yeah.
Because why is it in every fucking book?
But he actually responds within a few minutes. Miller, you got your phone back. I grin and roll onto my stomach when his message comes in and start kicking my legs. Yeah, it was on my pillow when I got home. I think it's a peace offering. Miller, she sounds like a cool mom. She sounds like a MILF, a total MILF. Miller, you coming back to school tomorrow? Me, I think so. Miller, good deal. I should probably stop talking to you here. I think Shelby knows my password. What? You just admitted that you're doing something wrong.
I should stop talking to you is if you even have that thought in your head.
Yeah, you need to, you shouldn't be texting. You should not be leaving a paper trail, but also you should be breaking up with her.
Right.
I should stop talking to you?
Right.
Why? Because you think you're doing something wrong because you are. Wow, that's like next level. You proposing soon? Miller, you love to make fun of my relationship. Me, it's my favorite pastime. Miller, I guess I make it easy.
This is my least favorite type of flirting. My least favorite type of flirting.
Talking about the person's current partner?
Well, that very obviously. Yeah. But like, just like, it's my favorite pastime. Like, oh, you love me. Like, you're always making fun of me. It's my favorite pastime. Like what about...
How would you rather? How would you rather this conversation went?
I yearn for you.
I yearn for you.
and missing you is like...
I am woebegone without you.
No rain in a drought. Like, I am dry. When guys say this line, like, I like saying, that's fair. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's fair to any response. I'm so tired. Like, I just was at work all day. And then a guy's like, that's fair. Like,
what do you want? What do you want?
That is so understandable and valid, my love.
Me, has she always been a jealous person, or did you do something to make her that way? Miller, she's not a jealous person. She's only jealous when it comes to you. Me, what? Why? Miller, it's a long story, a boring one. Good night, Clara. I stare at my phone knowing I should stop, but I send him one more message. Here's my number in case you get your heart broken again. No, Clara! No! No, Claire, if he will do it for you, he will do it to you. You are going to get cheated on by the end of this book. I send him my phone number, but he doesn't respond, probably for the best. I go back to his page and scroll through his pictures. I looked through his page before, but not since I've actually had a conversation with him. Miller is good with a camera. There are a few pictures of Miller with Shelby, but most of his pictures are random things. The picture that catches my eye is a black and white photo he took of the city limit sign. It makes me laugh, so I tap the picture to like it.
So Colleen Hoover doesn't know how Instagram works because you would not do that. You would not go, you don't message someone and then flirt with them and then go into their pictures and be like, no, I'm going to like that.
I mean, if I'm in high school, I think, and I really like someone, I think I would do that for attention. I'm still scrolling through my feed when a text comes through from a number I don't recognize. Troublemaker. He needs to be put down. He's not good. This Miller fellow. Do you think after Jenny sent that text message to Clara, she like, this is exactly how it went. She's sitting in the passenger seat of the car, right? Okay. She's like, you don't want to be the other girl. Trust me. Send.
That was really good, Jake. Jake, that was really good.
I just acted it out. Exactly. That's exactly how it went, because she definitely looks over at Chris to go, oh, like, and then goes, you don't want to be the other
Chris
woman.
is probably like,
because
who are you texting? And he's like not looking at the road. And that's why he gets into an accident.
Nicole, we just wrote that scene out.
Gag.
Wait, honestly, if that's in the movie, we need to sue. because we came up with it. Chapter 9, Popcorn Nicole.
Morgan. I've just slipped into a light sleep when I hear banging at the door that startles me. I sit up in bed and reach over to shake Chris awake. His side of the bed is empty. I flip on the porch light and look through the peephole, relieved to see it isn't Mrs. Nettle. It's just Jonah, disheveled and holding Elijah tightly against his chest, but my relief only lasts for a second when I realize that it's midnight. And Jonah doesn't just randomly stop by at midnight. Something must be wrong with Elijah. I swing open the door. Is everything okay? Jonah shakes his head, his eyes frantic as he pushes past me. No. I close the door and walk over to them. Does he have a fever? No, he's fine. I'm confused. You just said he's not okay. He's fine. I'm not fine. He hands Elijah to me and I check his forehead for a temperature anyway. He doesn't have a fever, so I start to check him for a rash. I can't think of any other reason that he'd be here this late at night. He's fine, Jonah repeats. He's perfect. He's happy. He's fed. And he shakes his head and walks back towards the front door without Elijah. I'm done. I can't do this. He spins around facing me again, his eyes full of heartache and lined with tears. He waves a hand towards Elijah. He smiled for the first time tonight. He pauses, as if what he's about to say next is too painful to put into words. Elijah, my son, has Chris's fucking smile. No. I shake my head, feeling the heartache pouring out of him. Jonah, I hear Claire's bedroom door open before I can process what all this means. My sympathetic expression immediately changes to a pleading one. Please don't do this right now. I beg him in a whisper. I don't want her to find out what they did. It'll break her. Jonah's eyes move past me. I'm assuming to Clara. What's going on? I spin around and Claire is standing at the entrance of the hallway, rubbing sleep from her eyes. Jonah mutters, I can't do this. I'm sorry. Under his breath, and opens the door. He leaves. Having an affair is one thing, but to lead me to believe I fathered her child? Who does that, Morgan? He pushes off the car and strides towards me. I've never seen him this angry, so I find myself taking small steps backwards. Did you know he wasn't mine? He looks at me like I was in on this somehow. Is that why she showed up out of the blue at my father's funeral last year? She needed to cover up who really got her pregnant? Was this some kind of sick plan? He grips the sides of his head in frustration and throws his arm out. I don't know. You've been with Chris half your life. How could you not suspect that he was Elijah's father? He walks back towards his car, but then thinks of something else to say that will likely make me even angrier with him. You knew they were sleeping together, Morgan. Deep down, you had to know, but we both know how good you are at ignoring what's right in front of you. Yep, I'm definitely a lot angrier than I was 10 seconds ago. You're all he has, Jonah. He lifts his head and stares at me for a moment, and then slowly shakes his head. Actually, you're all he has.
Gag.
He's your sister's child. He has absolutely nothing of me in him.
Gag.
What's wrong?
He's walking out?
What's wrong with Jonah? She asks. He seemed angry. I played down as much as I can, even though I know I'm a miserable liar. He's just exhausted. I offered to keep Elijah for the night to give him a break. Clara stares at me for a moment. She knows I'm lying, but she doesn't press me. She does roll her eyes when she passes me, though. When she's back in her room, I take Elijah to my bedroom and sit down on the bed holding him. He's wide awake now, but he's no longer crying. He's smiling. And Jonah is right. When he smiles, there's a deep dimple that forms in the center of his chin. He looks exactly like Chris. Chapter 10. Lara. I don't know what's going on because my mother won't tell me anything. So when Lexi comes to my locker after last period and says, what's going on with Uncle Teacher? I have no idea what to say. Close my locker and shrug. I don't know. I think he's having a breakdown. He dropped Elijah off with us Sunday night and all I heard him say before he stormed out the house was, I can't do this. I'm sorry. Shit. So your mom still has Elijah? The way Lexi is chewing her gum makes it seem like we're chatting about going to the mall rather than Jonah possibly abandoning his infant son. Yep. Lexi leans against the locker next to me. That's not good. It's fine. He'll probably pick him up today. I think he just needed to catch up on sleep. Lexi can tell I'm making excuses. She shrugs and pops a bubble with her gum. Yeah, maybe, but fair warning, my dad has been catching up on sleep for 13 years. Oof. $50 says he doesn't come back. Lexi follows me towards the exit to the parking lot. Back to where? To school or to Elijah? Both. Didn't he only move here because Jenny was pregnant? He probably had a life outside of this town that he'd love to get back to, start over, pretend that last year never happened. You're terrible. No, men are terrible. Dads are the most terrible. My shoulders shrink a little at her comment. I sigh thinking about my father. Mine wasn't. He was the greatest.
Gag it.
We make it another 5 feet before Lexi stops again, pulling me to a stop with her. I turn around, my back to the parking lot, my eyes on her. What's wrong? Don't look now, but Miller just pulled up next to your car. My eyes widen. He did? That's when he lazily turns his head and looks at me expectantly like I was supposed to get in his trunk. I contemplate it. I like the way I feel around him, so even though I know I shouldn't be giving him the satisfaction of being able to summon me into his truck with one simple look, I get in his truck anyway. I am that pathetic. He does have air conditioning, despite what I assumed last time I was in the truck. Because she's like, poor. It's on high and it's blowing my hair into my mouth. I flick the vent closed and pull a strand of hair away from my lips with my fingers. Miller's eyes follow my movements, lingering on my mouth for a moment. He pulls his sucker out of his mouth and grips the steering wheel, looking away from me. I change my mind. I need you to get out of my truck. I'm dumbfounded by his words and also very confused. Changed your mind about what? He looks at me again and for some reason he looks torn. He drags in a slow breath. I don't know. I feel really confused around you. He feels confused around me. That makes me smile. My smile makes him frown.
Gag it.
I don't even know what's happening right now. I don't know if I like it or hate it, but I do know that whatever it is that makes me feel this way, I do when I'm around him, is a feeling that can only be fought for so long. Yeah. He's looking back at me like he's almost at the end of his fight. You really need to figure out your shit, Miller. He nods. Believe me, I know I do. That's why I need you to get out of my truck. This entire interaction is so bizarre I can only laugh about it. My laugh finally makes him smile. But then he groans and grips the steering wheel with both hands, pressing his forehead against it. Please get out of my truck, Clara, he whispers. Might even make it worse when I reach over and pull his sucker out of his grip. Miller? He tilts his head, still pressed the steering wheel, and stares at me. You're confusing me too. I put his sucker in my mouth and grab the door handle. Popcorn Jake.
She is a little evil for this. Chapter 11. Morgan. 2 years, 6 months, 13 days. That's how long Chris's life insurance was supposed to last in a worst case scenario. When I did the math, but adding an infant into the mix is going to throw us into poverty level.
Go pick up that fucking car.
What about Jenny's life insurance? She had to have had life insurance.
It probably goes to... Oh, her and Jonah aren't married
That's
yet.
what I'm saying. It goes to her kid that she birthed. Yeah. I can't get a job if I have an infant. I can't afford daycare if I get a job. I can't sue Jonah for child support because he's not even the father. Gag it. And I can't even escape this shit life to watch television because the damn TV is still broken. I should call them. Call who?
It's like those. I should call him.
I should call him. I spin around, shocked to find Clara home. I didn't even hear her walk through the door. Call who? She repeats. I didn't realize that I said that out loud. The cable company. I missed the television. Call Jonah and tell him to come get his son. You look like you're about to break. I avoid responding to her comment, lifting Elijah out of her arms. Can you run to the store and grab some diapers? I only have one left and he needs changing. Jonah can't bring you more? Clara asks. Isn't that his responsibility? I look away from Clara, and since she's staring at me like I'm water and can see right through me, cut Jonah some slack, I say to her. His world has been turned upside down. Our worlds were turned upside down too. It doesn't mean we'd abandon an infant. Gag it. Chapter 12, Clara. I can hear the television when I approach Jonah's front door. Knew it. I breathe out a little bit of relief. Oh, he's not there. Knowing if the TV is on, he probably hasn't skipped town yet. I ring the doorbell and hear rustling inside the house, then footsteps. Jonah, I yell. I try the doorknob, but it's locked. So I knock again with my right hand and ring the doorbell with my left. Oh, wow. Actually one of the most annoying people alive. I do this for a full 30 seconds before I hear footsteps again. The door swings open. Jonah is putting on a t-shirt. Give a guy a second to get dressed, he says. I push the door and move past him, entering the house without permission. I haven't even been here since a week before Jenny died. It's incredible how fast a man can let something go to complete shit. Are you even concerned about him? Jonah looks offended by the question. Of course I am. You have a funny way of showing it. I'm not in a good place. I laugh. Yeah, neither is my mother. She lost her husband and her sister. Jonah's response is flat. I lost my best friend, my fiance, and my son's mother. It's not really your son though, is it? Sorry, and you're not even taking care of him. So, do you think you're hurting more than my mother? No, he says instantly, convincingly. Then why are you putting your responsibilities on her? It's not like you're grieving more than she is. And now you've dropped your kid off with her. Like, your grief is more important than what she's going through. Elijah rolled over last night, I say. I thought that meant Elijah died, but it's just like, oh, Elijah rolled over last night.
He rolled over.
I'm like, oh my God. Jonah spins around, his eyes darting back to mine. Did he really? I shake my head. No, but he will soon. Oh, he's going to die soon. And you're going to miss it. You're going to miss his death. Jonah's jaw hardens. I can see a shift in him seconds before it happens. What the hell am I doing? He whispers. He rushes to the dining room, swiping up a set of car keys. He begins to head for the garage door. Where are you going? Jonah pauses, then faces me. To get my son. I'll stay and clean your house for $50. She's like, oh, but also the hustle. But also, I see a really good business opportunity. He takes out 2 20s and a 10 and hands the 3 bills to me. And then he does something unexpected. He leans in and gives me a quick kiss on the forehead. When he pulls back, he's staring at me with an intense expression. Thank you, Clara.
So that's your teacher. She barely knows this guy. She's like, yeah, I won't call him Uncle Jonah. Like, he's just fucking Jonah to me. And now he's kissing foreheads.
Chapter 13, Morgan. When I round the corner, I pause. Jonah's standing in my living room. He's holding Elijah, cradling him against his chest, kissing him over and over on the top of his head. I'm sorry. I hear him whispering, Daddy is so sorry. If you abandon him again, I'm filing for custody. Without wasting a second, Jonah crosses the room, wraps an arm around me, tucking. Does Jonah have custody?
Right.
He doesn't.
Exactly.
He doesn't.
I mean, he technically does because no one's out here getting a paternity test as of right now.
Oh, so he did do the
he didn't.
No, you like sign paperwork though, don't you?
Yeah, he signed the birth certificate.
Yeah. Okay,
like
cool.
but
so he does have legal custody over the child. Okay, got it. I'm sorry, Morgan. I don't know what I was thinking. His voice is desperate, as if I might not forgive him. I'm so sorry. Clara stormed out of here a good 30 seconds ago, but the kitchen door is still swinging back and forth. I hold it with my hand and then stare at the back of my hand. My palm pressed flat against the door. I fixate on my wedding ring. Chris gave me this one for our 10th wedding anniversary. It replaced the gold band he bought me when we were teenagers. For the first time since the day I put on this ring, I felt the urge to get it off of me. I slipped it off my finger and threw it out the door. I don't know where it lands, and I don't care. Girl, sell the ring.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm fucking saying.
None of these people are money-minded.
Right. They don't have the hustle. You claim that you have the hustle because
Except
you're
for
out
Clara.
here doing the math. No, Clara has hustle.
Because
she's judging everyone else
Who's she
for
learning
money.
it from? Obviously not her fucking parents,
Yeah.
not her mother.
True.
Popcorn Nicole.
Chapter 14, Clara. I finished my first ever full cup of coffee about 2 weeks ago, the morning after my mother knocked a random hole in our kitchen door. Since then, I've discovered the one thing that just might save me from my month-long depression, Starbucks.
No, girl, the boycott. The boycott.
Miller Adams started following you. I start the notification, allowing the meaning of it to soak in for a moment. Did Shelby break up with him again? Is this his way of getting back at her? I feel a smile attempting to form on my lips, but I bite it back because I'm getting kind of whiplash. Get in my truck. Get out of my truck. Let's be friends on Instagram. No, let's not be friends. Okay, yeah, let's be friends. Me, get your heart broken again? Miller, I think I did the breaking this time.
Gag, yay.
There's no biting back my smile this time. It's too big to fight. Miller, what are you doing right now? Me, nothing. Miller, can I come over? My house is the last place I want him. Me, meet me at Starbucks.
Girl, the boycott.
Miller, on my way. I set my phone down and pick up my book again, but I know I won't be able to concentrate on the words while I wait for him. It doesn't matter though, because 5 seconds later, Miller is pulling an empty chair over to my table. He sits, straddling the chair backwards. I pull my book to my chest and stare at him. You were already here? He grins. I was standing in line to get coffee when I messaged you, which means you probably saw me grinning like an idiot. That feels like an invasion of privacy. I don't know how I feel about being your backup plan every time things go south with your girlfriend. He smiles gently. You aren't a backup plan. I like talking to you. I don't have a girlfriend anymore, so I no longer feel guilty talking to you. That's essentially what a backup plan is. Priority doesn't work out. Move on to the second tier.
Oh, girl, come on. This is what you wanted. Oh, but I don't want to be second choice. No, you're the first choice, girl, because he broke up with her for you. I'm sorry. That's just, I'm not trying to defend him because he did emotionally cheat on the girl. But, like, you are the first choice.
I skipped a bunch of pages because it's so inconsequential, like they always say in the book. Because literally, he's like, let's go for a ride. And then they go for a ride and they don't talk. And then they end up back at the Starbucks. And then he's like, wow, I want to hang out with you again. And then she's like, why don't we keep hanging out now? And they go back to the Starbucks. So what was the ride for? I don't fucking know. I'm not getting back together with her. Get that out of your head. Such a short sentence, but such a big statement. One that sends a surge of heat up my chest. He has such a serious look in his eye that makes me nervous when he begins to speak again. Earlier, when you called yourself my backup plan, I wanted to laugh because if anything, Shelby was my backup plan to you.
There you go.
A reserved smile spreads across his face. I've had a thing for you for almost 3 years. His words stun me into a momentary silence. Then I shake my head confused. 3 years? Why do you never do anything about it? Timing, he says quickly. I almost did once, but then you started dating that one guy, Aaron. Yeah, Aaron. Then I started dating Shelby, then you and Aaron broke up 2 months later. Does your truck have a name? Miller squints as if he's wondering what the hell I'm talking about, and then he just laughs with the greatest, deepest laugh. Yeah, Nora. Why Nora? He hesitates. I love the smile that's playing on his lips. It's a Beatles song. I recall the Beatles poster hanging in his bedroom. So you're a Beatles fan? He nods. I have a lot of favorite bands. I love music. It feeds my soul. What are your favorite lyrics? He doesn't even hesitate. They're not from the Beatles. Where are they from? A band called Sounds of Cedar. Never heard of them, but I like the name. If I tell you my favorite lyrics by them, you'll want to listen to every single song that they've written. Good. Give me a couple lines. He leans in just a little and smiles as he repeats the lyrics. I believed in you since the moment I've met you. I believe in myself now that I finally left you. Wow, I whisper. Those words are somehow both tragic and inspiring. He smiles gently. I know. Girl. There are so many feelings swirling around in my chest right now. I'm afraid the room will start spinning if I don't find the center of my gravity. I lean forward and press my lips against his, if only to balance myself. It's a quick kiss, unexpected for both of us, I think. When I pull away, I'm biting my lip nervously, wondering if I should have done that. I rest my head against the This is what she's doing. I didn't think our first kiss would be like that, he says quietly. Like what? Sweet. How did you think it would be? His eyes wander to a few remaining customers.
He's always eating fucking candy. I knew it would be sweet.
His eyes wander to the few remaining customers still lingering. I can't show you in here. Then let's go to your truck. You know that day in my truck when you told me to figure out my shit? I nod. That was the day I broke up with Shelby. It wasn't today or yesterday. It was weeks ago.
Oh, thank God.
And to be honest, my shit was already figured out long before that day. I just didn't want to hurt her. Then his hand slides to the back of my head and he pulls me to his mouth, still grinning. It's a sweet kiss at first, much like the one I gave him inside. But then his tongue slips past my lips and touches mine, and the sweetness is gone. This just got serious. Popcorn Jake.
I respond with an almost embarrassing hunger, pulling him closer, wanting him and his kiss to take away the last few droplets of grief that are still swimming around inside of me. Hate that, by the way. My hands are in Miller's hair now, and one of his hands is sliding down my back. I've never felt anything so good and so perfect before. It's like, that's always how she describes these, the kissing and the making out. It's like, oh, it's so good. It's so perfect. I can actually feel the dread building inside of me. Oh, great. Knowing this kiss will eventually come to an end. Oh, okay. He grips my waist and guides me closer so that I'm straddling him. Our new position makes him groan. His groan makes me kiss him even deeper. I can't get enough. He tastes like coffee rather than suckers. But I don't mind because I actually love the taste of coffee now. His fingers...
you know his breath smells bad though.
His fingers graze the skin of my lower back. I'm amazed at how such a small touch can cause such a consequential reaction. I tear my mouth from his, afraid of that feeling, that intensity. It's new to me, and I feel somewhat jarred by it. Miller pulls me into him, burying his face in my my neck. His arms are wrapped around him, and my cheek is pressed against the top of his head. I can feel his breaths falling in heavy, heated waves against my neck. He sighs, circling his arms more tightly around me. That's more along the lines of the kind of first kiss I was expecting. I laugh. Oh yeah? You like that one better than the sweet one I gave you? He shakes his head and puts a little separation between us so that he can look at me. No, I loved the sweet kiss too. I smile and press my lips gently against his so that I can give him another sweet kiss. He sighs against my mouth and kisses me back. No tongue, just soft lips and a gentle release of air. He peeks over my shoulder, glancing at his radio, and then leans back against the seat. You're late for curfew. He says it sort of with dread. He wishes we could stay in his truck all night. How late? It's 15 after. Well, don't. Miller slides me off of him and then exits the truck. I open my door to get out, and Miller laces his fingers through mine and he walks me to my car. He opens the door for me, resting his arm on top of the door frame. We kiss one more time before I take a seat in my car. I cannot believe how much I'm feeling right now. Before I showed up here today, I lived without Miller in my life perfectly fine. Now I feel like every minute I spend without him is going to be torture. Chapter 15, Morgan. I know you probably don't want to talk about it any more than I do, but it affects our kids, so I slide my hands into the back pockets of my jeans. I sigh and look up at the night sky. I know we have to discuss it because if it's true, it makes Clara and Elijah half siblings, Jonah says. It's weird hearing it out loud. I blow out a slow breath, nervous about what it means. Are you planning on telling him someday? Jonah nods slowly. Someday, if he asks, if it comes up in conversation. They don't even actually know this for sure yet, right?
No. They don't know.
They don't know this for sure.
They're going based off of a chin dimple.
I divert my gaze to the concrete beneath my feet. Looking at him brings back too many emotions, and I'm really sick of emotions at this point. I clear my throat and take a step back just as the headlights brighten in the yard around us. I look up and watch as Clara finally pulls into the driveway. What was that? He tosses a hand toward the front yard. You and Jonah in the dark? It was weird. I narrow my eyes at her, wondering if she's just trying to deflect right now. Why are you late for curfew? I went to the kitchen to grab a Jolly Rancher. I lean against the counter and stare absentmindedly at the hole in my kitchen door, wondering why Jonah so casually brought up the day I found out I was pregnant.
She took a hammer to the swinging doors because she didn't like them.
Oh, I was like, damn, she threw that ring hard as fuck at the door.
No, she just hates the doors.
Maybe he brought it up because his leaving the next day didn't mean as much to him as it did to the rest of us. I forced myself not to think about that week since it happened, but now that Jonah brought it up, every moment of that day begins running through my mind. We were at the lake. The three of them had been swimming, and I was sitting in a blanket on the grass reading a book. What's eating you today? Jonah said as he dropped onto the grass next to me. You've been acting strange. Popcorn Nicole.
What's eating you today? I said, repeating his own question. His eyes cut to mine. Nothing. It's something, I said. Jonah sighed heavily and whispered, I'm worried we got it wrong. I tried to ignore it because Jonah and I had never been romantic in any sense, but we had a connection one Chris and I didn't have. I hated it. I hated that Jonah always knew when something was bothering me, but Chris was clueless. I hated that Jonah and I could give each other a look and know exactly what the other was thinking, which is why that day on the shore of the lake, when Jonah whispered, I'm worried we got it wrong, I said the one thing I knew would put us both in our place. I'm pregnant. The next day, Jonah told Jenny he wanted to move in with his sister and go to college in Minnesota. Packed up his things, bought a plane ticket, and didn't even come to tell me or Chris goodbye. Chapter 16. Clara. I just should have said this to you in person. Miller inhales a deep breath, and then on the exhale, he starts saying, when I was 15, I watched you in a school play. You had the lead role, and at one point, you performed a monologue that went on for like 2 whole minutes. You were so convincing, and you looked so heartbroken, and I was ready to walk on that stage and hug you. It was epic. Everything you do is epic, Clara, which is why I never had the courage to approach you, because an epic girl needs an equally epic guy, and I guess I just never felt quite epic enough for you. I said epic so many times in the last 15 minutes. I'm so sorry. Once we're in the hallway, he reaches down between us and grabs my hand like it's second nature. I might be biased. The second nature. He's taller than me by at least 5 inches, but our hands clasped together comfortably. Feels so right until it doesn't. 45 days, that's how long they've been dead, and I have no idea how I can possibly walk through these hallways smiling like I didn't just lose the 2 most important people in my life. It fills me with guilt because my mother never smiles anymore. Neither does Jonah. Not only have I stolen lives because of my disregard for Aunt Jenny's safety while she was driving, but now I've stolen the smiles of all the people my father and Aunt Jenny left behind.
Jesus.
Miller isn't waiting for me after class like he said he would be. I'm not even sure where he has first period, so I linger in the hallway for a minute and wait for him. Clara? I spin around at the sound of my mother's voice. She's holding a folder in one hand, her Louis Vuitton bag in the other.
Oh, she's rich as fuck.
Sell the fucking bag.
Sell the Louis bag, girl.
Sell the Louis.
Or start stealing shit. I don't know. Like,
what are you doing? She holds up a folder, applying for a job.
No.
Here? They're hiring substitute teachers. I thought I could do that for a few months, see if I like it. I've decided to go back to college. The hall is starting to clear out. I look around to make sure no one is near us. Are you serious? I shake my head. I didn't mean... My words are cut off when lips meet my cheek and an arm snakes around my waist. I was trying to find you. Where did you go for study period? I look at Miller wide-eyed. I look back at my mother. My expression prompts Miller to look from me to my mother. I feel him stiffen. And then he drops his arm to his side. It's the first time I've seen Miller look flustered. He holds out his hand to my mother to formally introduce himself. She just stares at his hand and then looks at me. Miller starts to mumble an apology. I'm so sorry, Mrs. Grant. I thought you were just one of Claire's friends. You look really young. My mother is staring daggers at me, ignoring him. She is young, I say to Miller. She had me when she was 17. My mother doesn't miss a beat when she finally addresses Miller. We're very fertile women. Be careful. Oh
what the fuck?
Oh my God. Now, why did she say that?
Why did she say that?
Now, why did she say that?
Women.
We're very fertile women. I'm
because
sorry.
she doesn't want her daughter to have sex. She's trying to freak the guy out.
I guess. So she's like, we're very fertile. Be careful. I know nothing about what's going on in your life. You tell me nothing. I roll my eyes. Now that Aunt Jenny isn't here to tell you every little secret. Her anger gives way to an expression of shock, like she's honestly didn't think I was aware Aunt Jenny used to tell her everything. Then she just looks angry, hurt. Why do you think she told me everything, Claire? It's because all the advice she ever gave you came from me. She spent the last 5 years cutting and pasting texts I wrote, and then she sent them to you and pretend they were hers. That's not true, I snap. It is true, so stop treating me like I don't know what's best for you or that I have no clue what I'm talking about. What she's saying about Aunt Jenny isn't true. And even if it were, even if my mother was the one to relay most of the advice Jenny gave me, why would she ruin that for me? Jenny is never coming back thanks to me, and my mother just took the one thing I cherished most about my aunt and threw it in a blender and fed it to me. Clara. I yank my arm from her hand. I spin and take a lunging step towards her. Thank you, Mom. Thank you for taking one of the things I love the most about my aunt and ruining it for me. Okay, so she's still your aunt. Out of bitterness, she is trying to paint Jenny in a bad light because...
Which, like,
she's
I
upset
would
with
too.
her. Right.
I would. She's upset with her. She's dead. So, but yeah.
Popcorn Jake.
Chapter 17, Morgan. Jonah still has both of his hands wrapped around one of mine when the door of his classroom opens. It's Miller.
She's just been crying to Jonah. She's like, I am a bad mom.
Chapter 18, Clara. I'm sorry this year sucks for you. He plants a quick kiss on the side of my head and then pulls back, grabbing a pickle spear from his plate and putting it on mine. You can have my pickle. Maybe that'll help. How do you know I like pickles? Miller smiles a little. I spent 3 years trying not to stare at you while you eat lunch. Creepy, I know. He takes a chip and holds it up to my mouth. I eat it, and he leans in and kisses me.
Don't you fucking dare ever kiss me if one of us has food in our mouths.
I'm never going to kiss you. I'm never going to. I can actually promise you that. We will never kiss. It's just a peck. Lasts maybe 2 seconds, but it's 2 seconds too long because a moment later, someone's tapping us on the shoulder. We both look up and see the lunchroom monitor glaring at us. No PDA in the cafeteria. The monitor leads us to the library where she signs us in for lunch detention. I've literally never had lunch detention in my life. This is a first, but I'm actually a little excited about it. We take a seat at an empty table. A teacher who's monitoring lunch attention is playing a game on his phone while his feet are propped up on the desk. He doesn't pay us any attention. Chapter 19. Morgan. Jonah nods toward the garage. I didn't have time to run home after work. Mind if I try to unlock Chris's toolbox? I shake my head. Jonah heads in that direction. Jonah walks back into the house with Chris's toolbox and carries it into the kitchen. I follow him to help him with the door. I hand him a knife, and it only takes him a few seconds to pick the lock. After he opens the lid, he lifts the top tray out so that he can search through the larger section in the bottom. There's a perplexed look that suddenly appears on his face. That look prompts me to walk over to the toolbox and look inside. We both stare at the contents that were hidden beneath the top tray. Envelopes, letters, cards. No way. No way. Envelopes, letters, cards, several of them, all addressed to Chris. Are these from you? Jonah asks. I shake my head and take a step back as if wow, she really does do this thing where like people have written like a shit ton, like a lot of pages or something.
No, dead ass.
Yeah. This is so The Notebook.
You know what? It's tired. It's tired.
Gag her. Slay her. Chris's name is written in Jenny's handwriting on the outside of all the open envelopes. Jonah is sifting through them. My heart begins to race, knowing there could be answers to all of our questions inside those envelopes. When did it start? Why? Was Chris in love with her? Did he love her more than he loved me? Are you going to read them? I asked. Jonah shakes his head with assurance. His decision is so final. I'm envious of his lack of curiosity. He hands them all to me. Do what you need to do, but I don't care to know what they say. Let's get to it. Let's hop to it.
I'm opening those fucking letters right then and there, and I'm making a video. I'm making a podcast.
I'm going, and then he said, I want to fuck you so hard, Jenny, my sister. Jenny and I were downtown last year, a week before Chris's birthday. She was adamant about getting him a particular abstract painting she saw hanging in the store. In all the years I'd been married to Chris, I'd never known him to be interested in art, but the painting reminded Jenny of Chris somehow. I never thought much about it. After all, he was his sister-in-law. Yikes.
Who the fuck did I marry? Part 17.
Yeah. The painting hangs above the portable kitchen island I kept shoved against the wall. I'm staring at it now. Jenny was adamant about getting Chris that painting for his birthday last year. Jonah pauses what he's doing and looks over his shoulder at the painting, and then his eyes sweep quickly over to me, and his focus is given back to the door. I told her he would hate it. Oh, so are they fixing the door? Sorry, I don't think that was clear.
They're taking it down, I think.
Okay, got it. I don't think that was clear.
I think they're taking it off the hinges.
I told her he would hate it, and do you know what she said to me? What'd she say? Jonah asked. She said, you don't know him like I do.
Hold on. Let me pretend like I'm cheating with your spouse.
Okay. I don't think we should get this abstract painting. It just doesn't feel like him. What was that? The face you made before you did that too. He opens the refrigerator and pulls out a carton of eggs. When the refrigerator falls shut, he opens the eggs and pulls one out, cupping it in his hand, and then he throws it at the painting. I watch the egg yolk trickle down the right side and fall onto the floor. I just want to say, why not sell the painting?
Also, wasting food when you're worried about how long until you're in poverty. This is fucked.
This is a fucked up fucking place. I don't
because
fucking like it
somebody
here.
who is actually worried about their social security running out, they would not be wasting eggs. I heard the price is going up. I'm vegan, but I did hear that eggs are expensive.
They are. Jonah's in front of me now, holding out an egg. Feels good. Try it. I take the egg and hop off the counter. I draw my arm back like I'm throwing a softball. I take another egg from the carton and I throw it, then another. Jonah hands me something else. Here, use this. It's a knife. I look down at the jar of mayo and smile. Chris hated mayonnaise. I know, Jonah says with a grin. I dip my whole hand inside it. Ew. And scoop out the glob of mayonnaise before smearing it on as much of the painting as I can. Jonah's next to me now, squirting mustard on the canvas. Normally, I'd be freaking out about the mess we're making, but the satisfaction far outweighs the dread of the eventual cleanup. It's also the first time I've heard Jonah laugh since they died. Actually, I haven't heard him laugh since we were teenagers. In a rough whisper, he says, I've never hated watermelon Jolly Ranchers. I only saved them because I knew they were your favorite.
Who fucking cares? And honestly, who fucking cares?
They did nothing wrong. The two of them, Morgan and
No,
Jonah.
they didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, they deserve happiness.
Yeah, they can they can enjoy their watermelon Jolly Ranchers, but her acting like that is like the most.
We didn't even get to that part.
Okay, sorry.
Her acting, I'm like, so he just said the statement and you were
ahead.
like, fuck this.
Go ahead.
Those words roll through me, slowly warming up the coldest parts of me. Okay, well, there you go. Now, go ahead. I stare at him silently. Not because I'm speechless, but because that's probably the sweetest thing a man has ever said to me. I feel like we're back to that night, sitting together on the blanket in the grass. Whoa. Sitting together on the blanket in the glass. Whoa. I feel like we're back to that night, sitting together on the blanket in the grass by the lake. I can hear the hum of the engine as Clara's car pulls into the driveway. Jonah releases me and quickly rolls onto his back.
They're covered in shit. They smell awful, and they're both on the ground going, nothing has happened. Nothing has happened.
They're literally dogs.
They're literally going,
Chapter 20, Popcorn Nicole.
Clara. When he's finished eating, he pulls a sucker out of his pocket. Want one? I hold out a hand, so he pulls out another one and gives it to me. Do you keep a stash of suckers at you at all times? You're always eating them. I have an issue with grinding my teeth. The suckers help.
I don't know if all that sugar is going to help your teeth.
No, also as someone who famously does grind their teeth, have we considered master job Botox?
Grinder your teeth.
Shelby hated my sucker habit. Does she know you broke up with her for me? I didn't break up with her for you. Oh, he said a little taken aback.
Gag.
You sort of made
Gag
it sound
me a
like
bit
you did. Miller would readjust himself in the seat, sliding his fingers through mine. I broke up with her because when I went to sleep at night, I wasn't thinking about her. And when I woke up each morning, I wasn't thinking about her. But I didn't break up with her just so I could date you. I would have broken up with her whether you and I had ended up together or not. Has it been a weird adjustment? You guys were together for a long time. He shrugs. It's been different. Her mom never cared if I spent the night at her house on the weekend, so Saturday nights at home with Gramps are taking some getting used to. Her mom let you sleep at her house, like in her bed? It's unconventional, I know, but her parents are pretty lenient in a lot of areas, and technically she's an adult in college. I try not to think about everything he just said because now I'm worried about all the times he stayed at Shelby's house, all the times he slept in her bed. Will he eventually miss that? I've never had sex. But the way my mother has been acting, I'm not sure she'll ever allow Miller to come over. So, so you're aware, I am a virgin. I know a cure for that.
Cure?
Miller says.
Guys, being a virgin is not an illness. It does not need a cure.
That's a very serious
It's
illness.
a very serious illness. You will die if you remain a virgin.
When I decide I'm ready, I hope it's with you. I'm talking about prom. It's 5 months from now. If we're still together, I like to be cliche after prom deflowering. My choice of words makes Miller laugh. He takes a sucker out of his mouth and grabs mine from my hand and sets them on the food tray. Then he leans in and kisses me briefly. When he pulls back, he says, Clara Grant, will you go to prom with me and have cliche after prom sex with me? I would love to. Miller grins and kisses me. I kiss him back with a smile. I can feel part of myself sinking. Aunt Jenny would have loved this story. Chapter 21, Morgan. Jonah releases a quiet sigh, and when I look at him, he's staring back at me, sitting so close our legs are touching. If you never would have gotten pregnant with Clara, would you have left Chris? What kind of question is that? He shrugged.
Yes.
Just always wondered. I wasn't sure if you decided to stay with him because of Clara or if it was because you were in love with him. I look away from him because honestly, it's none of his business. You want to talk about it? Fine. Okay, my husband has only been dead for a matter of weeks and I almost kissed someone else. And if that isn't bad enough, it was you I almost kissed. It makes me feel like shit. He gets in his car, slams the door, and leaves.
Chapter 22, Clara.
Thank you.
Miller, I'm off of work today. Want to work on the video submission? Me, yes, but I really don't want to be around my mother right now. Can we do it at your house? Sure. Come over around 5. I need to take Gramps to the doctor at 3, so I won't see you after school.
Call him grandfather.
Call him by his real name, Gumby. Gumby is asleep, he says. Let's go to Munchies first and let him rest for a while. What's Munchies? Miller looks at me like I've just blown his mind. You've never been to Munchies, the food truck? I shake my head. Nope. 15 minutes later, I'm sitting at a picnic table staring at the camera. Miller propped up with a tripod right before he went to order our food. Oh, come on, YouTuber. It's pointed right at me. Oh, fuck. Is this fucking video submission going to be like, the most beautiful girl in the world? My girlfriend. Is that what this is going to be? Because it's going to fucking suck. He said he's going to start filming random things when we're together because it'll be good for a film project to have extra footage, or B-roll, as Miller referred to it. Nope, sorry, it's not going to be B-roll. It's going to be about their relationship. He already talks like a director sometimes. His dash cam has been recording them every time they're in the car. Fucking.
Okay, saying the word B-roll doesn't make you a director. It just makes you a shitty YouTuber.
He leans in and kisses me. Then he pulls back and takes another bite of his sandwich. Does it bother you that I kiss you so much? I wasn't like this with Shelby. Why is it different with me? He shrugs. I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out. I just crave you more than I've ever craved anything in my life. Okay. Miller hands Gramps back his sandwich. Gramps is there?
No. They go.
Oh, he's like in the back seat. they're like making out with tongue.
He's sitting on the bench. Gramps doesn't know what's happening. He's senile.
Okay.
No, this is at home now.
Claire and I have a project to work on. We'll be in my room. When we walk down the hallway, I glance into their bathroom. Miller sees my paws. There's our multiple pill bottles lined up on the counter. Oh, and the reminder that his grandpa is sick makes my stomach tie into a knot. Once we were in Miller's bedroom, he can tell my mood shifted. She shifted in his bedroom. She's like, I am RuPaul right now.
My grandpa's sick and you're sad and I have to comfort you. You think an old fucking grandfather isn't taking any pills? That's just his ED medication. That's literally all that's in there.
Viagra, girl.
Right. Like
Viagra's in there. He's boning tonight.
Right. He gets the chemo during like intravenous infusions. Don't worry about him. Pills.
Those pills mean nothing.
Those are for his erectile dysfunction.
I laugh. This is the stupidest conversation I've ever had.
Oh,
Yeah.
they were going back and forth. This is the stupidest fucking thing. They were going back and forth and they're like, I think orange is the stupidest color. It's so fucking ugly. Orange is so stupid. Like it's just like, it's the most mundane thing in the world and it pissed me off.
She's
and
like, I need to fill this page.
I
need to fill this page.
Put it on 2 times speed. But like the 2 times speed was very necessary during any conversation about orange because I'm just like, I'm sorry.
Do they do it a lot?
Oh,
fuck. Okay, yeah, we're kind of bad at this. Maybe we should just kiss. I pull my head from his chest and look up at him. Hurry, because I'm starting to forget why I'm even attracted to you. He grins and then rolls on top of me, brushing back my hair. He smiles lazily. Need a reminder? I nod. This is the most connection our bodies have ever had. We've kissed standing up. We've kissed in his truck. We've kissed sitting down. But we never kiss on his bed with his body between my legs. He rests his mouth against mine, but doesn't kiss me. He adjusts the pillow beneath my head and then kicks the covers away, all while barely teasing my lips with his. The kiss is nice, slow flicks of his tongue, his fingers trailing down my arm, mine trailing up his back, but then I feel him begin to harden between my legs. And it both surprises me and gives me confidence. I wrap my legs around his waist, wanting to ease the ache I'm beginning to feel there, but it only makes it worse. His kiss deepens. He pushes against me, forcing a moan up my throat. He pauses the kiss for a second, as if that sound does something to him, but then he brings his mouth back to mine with an even more profound urge.
they start talking about orange again. I'm being dead
No, I
serious.
literally saw that on the other page.
Yeah,
Just
they
like,
started talking about orange.
you're right, orange is the worst. Did you want me to stop? He asks. Stop what? Making out with you? I shrug. Not really. I was enjoying it. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to move too fast, but I really wanted to take off your shirt. Not your bra. Just your shirt. I'm cool with that. He raises an eyebrow. Yeah. Is your bra orange? No, it's white. Good. He rolls back on top of me and starts kissing me again. Suffice to say, we don't get anything done on the project, but he also stays true to his words and doesn't even attempt to remove my bra.
I'm all for consent, but if you say, I'm cool with that.
No, that's literally like what Belly did when she's like, please don't ask to kiss me. Popcorn Nicole.
Chapter 23, Morgan. I wake up to the sound of my phone vibrating on my nightstand. I look over at the window, but the sun hasn't even fully risen yet. No one calls me this early. I reach over and pick up the phone and see Jonah's name at the top of the screen. I drop the phone on the nightstand and fall back into my pillow. We haven't spoken in over a week. Not since the night we almost kissed. He texted me twice asking how I'm doing. I didn't respond to the text. Is Elijah okay? Jonah sighs with a relief at the sound of my voice. I'm sorry to even ask you, but he's been up all night with a fever, so I can't take him to the daycare. But I can't call into work today. It's state testing day for the freshmen, and after school it's out. I have 2 conferences. Of course. My hand is on my chest. My heart is pounding. I thought something worse. Of course. Bring him over. Why did you sleep with her last year? As soon as the question passes my lips, I regret it. But since the day Jenny came home from Jonah's father's funeral and told me she had a one-night stand with him, I'd been full of anger. So she... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Does Chris know about this? That Jenny fucked not only him, because she probably was fucking him for a while. And then she decided to have a one-night stand with him as well. Chris fuck sisters. That's like the summer I turned pretty.
I think it was probably Chris's idea. You're pregnant. You need to go out. You need to find somebody to get pregnant from.
And I know someone famously who is grieving and just lost someone very important to them. Let's
And
upend
whom
his
you've dated
life.
before.
Jonah takes a step closer. Not close enough that we're touching, but close enough that it feels like we are. I don't know, maybe because she was there. He was quiet. He said quietly, because that's the nicest thing in the world to say about someone. She was there. Or maybe because you weren't.
Gag.
I cut my eyes to his. I wouldn't have slept with you if that's what you're saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I mean is that I was hurt that my father died and you weren't there.
Gag it.
Even though we didn't. Why is everybody fucking the pain away? He stands up straight, sensing he's worn out his welcome. I should go. Yes. My voice comes out raspy and coarse. I clear my throat. You should. He nods, disappointed that I'm agreeing with him. He taps the fridge twice with an open palm. He goes, then walks out the kitchen. He stands in the doorway with his diaper bag draped over his shoulder. Was it mutual? I shake my head a little, revealing my confusion. I don't know what you mean. How I felt about you. I could never tell. Sometimes I thought you felt the same way, but I knew you'd never admit it then because of Jenny. But I need to know. Did you feel what I felt? The hammering in my chest is back. He's never confronted me like this. I wasn't expecting it. It's hard to admit something out loud to someone that you've only admitted to yourself. Jonah drops the diaper bag to the floor and strides across the kitchen. He doesn't stop until his body and mouth are both pressed firmly against mine. When he parts my lips with his, I feel his tongue slide against
Everyone's
mine.
using tongue immediately.
I experience a full body shiver. It's so much all at once. It's an awakening, but it's also a death. It's a realization that I've gone my whole life being kissed by the wrong man.
Oh,
Jonah gets
gag.
the answer to this question the way that I respond to him. His feelings are definitely mutual. They always have been, no matter how much denial I've shoveled into the top of the mutual attraction. My body conforms to his, and I'm afraid something will wedge itself between us if I let go. And then sadly it does. Chapter 24, Clara. Mom? It's the only thing I can manage to say, but it's powerful enough to put a 5-foot divide between them. My mother turns away from me. Jonah looks down at his feet. I just stare at them in disbelief. I'm shaking my head, trying to convince myself that I didn't just see that. My mother kissing her dead sister's fiance. My mother kissing her dead husband's best friend.
Girl.
I don't give her the chance to explain. I don't really want to know what was happening. I run to my room because I need solitude before they're able to reach me. I slam my door and lock it. Then for extra reassurance, I scoop my nightstand in front of it. Popcorn Jake.
I feel like I might be sick. How long have they been having an affair? I'm running out of ways to rebel. I've done drugs. I've gotten detention. I've lied. I've missed curfew. The only thing left I could do that I know would upset her is if I were to have sex with Miller. Is if I fucking bone right now.
How do you come to that conclusion? You're so horny that you're like looking for an excuse and you're like, rebel against my mom.
Rebel against my mom. I look at my alarm clock. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. And I still have 4 more hours to make it happen before my birthday tomorrow. And I really need Miller right now anyway. Hey, he says, answering right away. What's up? What time do you get off work? Will you come to my house when you leave? Your house, he pauses. Are you sure? Yeah, but use the bedroom window. Oh, are we being sneaky? I can hear a grin in his voice. Okay, but I've never been inside your house. I don't know which window is yours. First window, right side of the house. Facing the house? Yes. And bring a condom. When he climbs inside, he glances around the room before he takes me in. When his eyes finally land on me, I can see his realization sink in. I'm pretty sure up until this point, he didn't think I was serious about losing my virginity to him tonight. But now that I'm standing in front of him wearing nothing but a towel, his reaction becomes physical. He bites his fist and winces. Holy shit, Clara.
Ew, Jake.
I felt like this probably wouldn't happen, but now that it's here and my shirt is on the floor and I'm only wearing a towel, we're about to be on my bed. It's very real. I'm about to have sex with Miller Adams, and I'm ready, I think. If my mother knew what was happening just 10 feet down the hall from her bedroom, it would destroy her. Yep, I'm definitely ready. My anger prompts me to drop my towel. When I do, Miller gasps, gag, and looks up at the ceiling. I'm confused why he's looking at the ceiling and not me. I'm down here. His hands move to my hips and he just rests them there, still starting up. He finally lowers his head and he looks at my face. Get under the covers. I grin and climb under the covers as he attempts to avert his eyes the whole time. He starts to climb under the covers with me, but I stop him. Take your pants off first. He tilts his head. Why are we in such a hurry? Because I don't want to change my mind. Maybe that's a sign you aren't ready yet. Good on you, Miller. Good on you. Yeah, say that. Say what we're all thinking. God, why can't he just be like the other guys and be a complete asshole about this? I'm ready. I'm very ready. He focuses on my face for a moment, as if he's searching for a piece of me that's lying to him. He forgets what a great actress I am. He finally stands up and unbuttons his pants and kicks them off. He's wearing boxer shorts with pineapples all over them, and he slides into my bed with me, but then holds up a finger. One sec. He rolls over and reaches to the floor to grab his jeans. When he rolls back over, he's holding 4 condoms up like the choice is all mine. Got them at the Valero on the corner. They're fruit flavored. Why are they flavored? Are condoms edible? My question makes Miller laugh. No, it's for... He suddenly blushes. You know, if you put your mouth on it, do they actually make flavored condoms?
What? Are you being serious?
Never put a condom in my mouth in my entire life.
Okay, yes, I know, but I'm saying like that's like a very big thing in like movies.
I just feel like I wouldn't put a condom in my mouth. I feel like you need a dental dam or something. Like a condom seems stupid. I take the orange flavor condom.
You can't put that in there because you're technically like we were teaching bad sex ed because we're supposed to be like always do oral with a condom on.
No sex ed teacher has ever told me do oral with a condom
They
on.
recommend that.
I take out the orange flavor condom out of Miller's hand and set it on the nightstand. Not the orange one. It'll ruin the moment. I can't even believe you brought that into my house. Miller nods and then pulls back and kisses me gently. I can feel him taking off his boxer shorts as he kisses me. He pulls away from my lips, and while he puts on the condom, he keeps his mouth close to mine. His breath crashes against me in short spurts. Relax. Relax a little more, he says. It'll hurt less if we aren't so tense. I try to relax, but it's difficult. When all I can think about is how sorry I'll feel for Jenny. Is how sorry I feel for Jenny and Dad. Oh, perfect. And how this is the first time I've ever hoped that an afterlife doesn't exist. At least not one where Jenny and Dad can see how little Jonah and my mother are grieving for them.
That's my favorite. Like to be naked and be thinking about my dead family members.
Sorry if I'm quiet. I'm thinking about my dead
grandpa.
aunt and dad. Miller's lips meet mine. I'm grateful for the distraction. Then something else distracts me. There's a pain and pressure between my legs when he begins to push into me, and then an even deeper pain coupled with a rush of air passing Miller's lips. I wince. He stops moving and kisses me gently in the corner of my mouth. You okay? I nod. I feel like she doesn't even go this far in some of the other books. Maybe,
Ugly Love was sex every other page.
but was it like, oh, it hurt when his penis like ruptured through my
I'm pretty
hymen? Like, I feel like that's what she's getting at here.
I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like...
Really? Because
Yeah.
Damn, I don't remember that well. It's both special and not. It's painful and not. I regret it and I don't. My soul is too full of resentment to allow any room for what's happening right now to enter. She's using him a little bit.
Well, yes.
And he's like feeling like a definite connection with her too.
Oh, yeah.
But right now I'm not enjoying anything. My mind won't stop going there. Their actions make me not believe whatever Miller and I feel for each other, and that makes me sad. It's just one body part inside of another. Big freaking deal. Big freaking deal. Maybe that's why people find it so easy to cheat, because sex is actually inconsequential. No different than two people shaking hands. Maybe even sex with your boyfriend for the first time means as little as having sex with your dead sister's fiance. Clara? Miller says my name between heavy breaths, between movements. Then he stops. I open my eyes and pull away from his neck, allowing my head to fall back onto the pillow. Am I hurting you? I shake my head. No. He brushes hair from my face and runs a thumb down my wet cheek.
Everyone always cries during sex. During
know,
a
it's
Colleen
so,
Hoover book.
like, it's
Everybody is crying. Everyone's crying. Everyone's grieving. There has to be at least one, like, low-key traumatic sex scene in every Colleen Hoover book. What's that all about? And a dead parent, and a bastard baby, and...
Damn, girl. Well, the baby died in Ugly Love, so... No, it's not you, I swear. He looks relieved, but only for a fraction of a second. Then what is it? You're scaring me, he whispers. It's not you, it's my mother.
That's what everyone
This
wants
is
to hear
exactly
during
what
sex.
I want to hear when I'm inside. It's not you, it's my mother. We got in a really bad argument tonight, and I wipe my tears. She should never told him this. She should never fucking told him this. He's going to be so upset. I wipe the tears away with my hands. I'm so angry at her. I'm so angry. I don't know how to process it. I roll over to my side so I can face him. She and Jonah are having an affair. Earlier when I got home, I walked in on them in the kitchen, and I got so angry, the angriest I've ever been in my life, and I think that I might actually hate her. Like, I'm having all these thoughts about how much she betrayed my dad and my aunt, and I can't stop thinking about everything I can do to get back at her and punish her, because all I can think about is how she deserves to suffer too. Miller's quiet for a moment, staring at me with a perplexed look, probably unsure of how to comfort me when I'm this upset. He falls into his back and stares at the ceiling. That's why you called me over here. His voice had a sharp edge to it, even though it's still a whisper. Because you're mad at your mother? And you're upset with your mother, Clara. You didn't want me. You wanted revenge. Miller, wait. He's about to climb out the window, so I plead with him again. Moving to the edge of my bed, still wrapped up in my blanket. Please, it wasn't personal. I swear. That's actually a terrible thing to say. It wasn't personal. It wasn't personal.
Well.
Girl, we just had sex.
Well.
Those words pull him away from the window and back toward the bed. He lowers himself in front of me and cuts my face with both hands. You're right. That's why I'm so upset with you. The one thing that should be the most personal to us wasn't personal at all. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're right. I feel terrible. My words are muffled against him. I'm so sorry. He lies with me for a while, but when I'm no longer crying, he pulls away and looks down at me, running his hand over my cheek. I should probably go. It's getting late. I shake my head and look pleadingly into his eyes. Please don't. I don't want to be alone right now. I can see the 3 seconds of contemplation swirling around his eyes before he nods. Then he sits up on the bed and takes off his t-shirt and slides it over my head. Wear this. It's not lost on me that even after everything that's happened tonight, he still hasn't seen me naked. He never even looked when I dropped my towel. He slips under the covers with me and pulls me into him so that my back is pressed against his chest. We share a pillow. We hold hands, and eventually we both fall asleep, angry at different people, but both hurting the same. Popcorn Nicole.
Chapter 23, Morgan. I jolt upright in bed when I hear tapping on my door. So help me God, if it's Jonah Sullivan, I'm going to be pissed. I throw my covers off and pull on my robe. I haven't even had a chance to speak to Claire yet, so until I speak to her, I don't want to even bother talking it out with Jonah. I rush through the house to get to the door before he wakes her. I swing it open, and I step back when I see Mrs. Nettle standing on my patio with the screen door open. Just making sure you're alive. Yes, you are. Why were you assuming I'd be dead? She keeps walking, limping away with her cane. There's a window screen on the ground over on the side of your house. Thought somebody might have broken in and murdered you last night. I was Claire's age once. Window screens don't just fall out on their own. Did she sneak out last night? I spin and walk straight to her bedroom. I don't even knock because she's probably not even inside to answer me. I push at the door, but it's locked. It's just one of those hooks that locks can be easily lifted and bypassed. I hate that I'm resorting into breaking into her room, but I need to see if she's actually gone before I get dressed to go find her. I grab a hanger from my closet, then slip the hanger into the crack in her door until it catches on the lock. When it releases, I push at the door, but it doesn't open right away. Did she barricade herself in her room? I release a huge sigh of relief. She's still asleep. She didn't sneak out, or if she did, she's home now. That's the most important thing. I start to pull the door shut, but I pause when I see movement. An arm wraps around Clara's stomach, an arm that isn't hers. I throw my whole body against the door to open it. Clara sits straight up in bed, startled. So does Miller. What the hell, Clara? Miller is standing now, scrambling to put on his shoes. He reaches to the nightstand and grabs condoms, shoving them in his pockets.
She sees it.
Of his jeans, like he's trying to hide them before I see them. But I definitely saw them, and I'm angry, and I want him out of my damn house right now. This is what she wanted, though. This is what Clara wanted. She wanted her mom to know that she had sex.
And she got what she wanted.
No, she literally got what she wanted. You need to leave! Miller is nodding. He looks at Clara with eyes full of apology. Clara covers her face. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. This is what you wanted, girl.
Girl, this is what you wanted.
This is what I want to see. Miller starts to walk around the bed, but then he pauses and looks at Clara, then me, then Clara, and then back down at his bare chest. That's when I realize Clara is wearing his shirt. Does he expect her to give it back to him? Is he an idiot? He is. She's dating an idiot. Get out. Wait, Miller. She snatches the shirt she was wearing yesterday off the floor and walks to her closet. She closes herself inside so she can change shirts. Miller looks like he doesn't know if he should listen to her and wait for his shirt or run before I murder him. Lucky for him, it only takes Clara a few seconds to change. She opens the door and hands him his shirt. Miller pulls on his shirt, so I yell at him again, this time with more force. Get out! I yell at Clara, wearing just a t-shirt that barely covers her ass. Get dressed. Miller slips past me nervously, looking at Clara. See you at school, he whispers. As if I'm unable to hear him, Clara nods. Honestly, she could sneak any guy into her room and this is the guy she chooses. Clara won't be at school today. Clara looks at Miller as he reaches the hallway. Yes, I will. She isn't going anywhere today. You are 16 years old. I have every right to ground you from whatever the hell I want to ground you from. I glance around her room looking for her phone so I can confiscate it. Actually, Mother, I'm 17. But I guess you were too busy with Jonah to remember that today's my birthday. Shit. I was wrong. That's not forgetting your birthday. It's first thing in the morning and you're startled. That's not forgetting your birthday.
And your daughter is in bed with
right.
her
That's
boyfriend.
Not forgetting your birthday. We celebrated it last night. I know it's your fucking birthday. I didn't forget it's your birthday.
Shit, I was wrong. What the fuck?
This is rock bottom. I try to recover by muttering, I didn't forget. But it's obvious I did. She walks to the
Grow
bathroom
up.
and comes back out with her purse. You aren't going to school like that. You wore those clothes yesterday. Watch me, she says, shoving past me. Chapter 26, Clara. I get it. I snuck a boy into my room. I had sex. That's really shitty. But she lost her privilege last night to tell me what is and isn't shitty behavior. I flinch at the knock on the passenger door. Miller is standing next to my car and I no longer feel numb because seeing him springs a little bit of life back into me. He opens the door, takes a seat, handing me coffee. He never looked so good. Sure, he's tired and neither of us brush our teeth or our hair and we're wearing the same clothes we wore yesterday, but he's holding coffee and looking at me like he doesn't hate me, and that's a beautiful thing. For what it's worth, happy birthday? He says it like it's a question. I guess it is. Thank you, even though this is the second worst day of my life. I need to ask administration if I can switch classes. There's no way I can look at Jonah for the rest of the year. I don't want to be in the same room as him, the same house as him, the same town as him, and the same world as him. Which is crazy boots in the first place. That
Boots, she says so crazy
that
boots.
they let her in the same class as him. Sorry. I lift my eyes and look at him for the first time since walking into his classroom. Jonah is standing at the front of his desk, leaning against it, his feet crossed at his ankles. He's in teacher mode. Normally, I would respect that, but right now, all I see when I look at him is the man who cheated on my Aunt Jenny with my mother. When he nods his head toward my phone with a pleading expression, I silently ask me to put it away again. All I see is red. I grip my phone in my right hand and I hurl it in the trash can near the classroom door.
Oh no, don't make a scene. No, don't make a scene.
My phone crashes against the wall and falls to the floor in pieces. I can't believe I just did that. Well, it's a good thing everyone remained calm. I feel Jonah's hand grip my upper arm, and the fact that he's trying to stop me and have a conversation with me infuriates me. I yank myself from his grip and spin around. They're in the hallway at this point alone. He closes the gap between us and wraps his arm around me, pressing my face against his chest. What the hell? What the hell? I try to push against him, but he doesn't let go. He just squeezes me tighter. His hug enrages me, but it also causes me to lose focus for a moment. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting to be sent to the office or suspended or expelled, but I certainly wasn't expecting a hug. I'm sorry, he whispers.
Gag.
You doing anything for your birthday tonight? I shrug. It's always been tradition to do family birthday dinners, but I guess that's how we barely have a family left. Miller's arms tighten around me. It makes me miss my father's hugs. If I hugged my boyfriend and he said it reminds me of his mother's hugs, I would be like, oh, well, that was really nice knowing you.
Wait, but that's not her boyfriend.
Yeah, she's talking about
Oh, Miller.
Yes.
Miller. Okay,
Miller's
I'm sorry.
arms
I
tighten
thought
around him. It makes me miss my father's hugs. Even Jonah's hug today made me miss him. Well, if your mom will let you, I'll take you out. I highly doubt she's going to let me leave, and I might be too tired to fight her on it. It makes me sad to think that you might spend your birthday alone in your room. I sit up and look at him. You know what? I do want a birthday dinner tonight, and I want you to come. He raises a cautious eyebrow. I don't know. Your mom didn't seem like she'd ever welcome me back into the house. I'll talk to her when I get home. If she has an issue with it, I'll call you. You don't have a phone. I'll call you from our home phone. People still have those?
She knows his number?
Right.
By heart?
Chapter 27, Morgan. What are we eating for my birthday dinner tonight? I'm hungry. I stare at her cautiously because I feel like this is some sort of trick. She still wants to do a dinner? That surprises me, but I go along with it just in case it's sincere. I hope it's sincere. I was thinking lasagna. I say, I know lasagna is her favorite.
I love lasagna.
I'm chopping tomatoes for a salad when the doorbell rings. I wipe my hands on a dish towel, but I'm intercepted by Clara. She swings open the door and I'm taken aback by the sight of Jonah and Elijah. What is he doing here? Did he think that the dinner was still on after last night. I expect Clara to slam the door in his face, but she doesn't. He hands her a box, and even though I'm on my tiptoes in the doorway to the kitchen trying to see what it is, I have no idea what he's given her. Seriously? She sounds excited. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. I had an old phone in a drawer at the house, Jonah said. This is the latest model, though. I took the old one. Clara lets him in, and I slip back into the kitchen. Why did he buy her a phone? Is this his way of winning her over? That's not how you parent, Jonah. Your teacher is giving you a new phone. Your teacher...
How do you...
Once again, Clara is rushing across the living room, beating me to the door. When she opens it, I freeze. Miller Adams is standing in the doorway. He looks nervous, but I have no time to register his appearance or even yell at him before Clara grabs his hand and pulls him into the house. This is so awkward, not only because I know Miller more than likely took my daughter's virginity last night, but because Jonah and I are barely speaking. We haven't discussed what happened between us, and that hangs thickly in the air. How's the film project coming along, Jonah said. Miller shrugged slowly. We haven't come up with a solid idea yet, but we'll get there. Yeah, because you're too busy doing other things, I want to say. Clara points the fork at Miller's plate. Eat faster. Delicious, she says wryly. She drops the fork and takes Miller's hand. Ready? Where do you think you're going? A ball game? It's not a game night. Clara tilts her head. You sure about that, Mom? I mean, you weren't even sure it was my birthday this morning.
Oh my God.
I knew it was your birthday. I was just momentarily shaken by the fact that your boyfriend slept in your bed last night. Clara smirks. Oh, we didn't sleep. Miller mutters.
What the fuck?
Yes, we did. I look at Miller. You can go now. Tell Clara good night. Chapter 28. Clara, Popcorn Jake.
I'm leaning against Miller's truck with him when Jonah comes outside with Elijah. I turn and stare toward the road so I don't have to look at him. He places both hands firmly on my shoulders and then leans forward and kisses me on the top of my head. You're better than this, Clara. We all are. He backs away. Happy birthday. Is this how it always is? He asks. Lately, yes. Miller's chest rises and falls just once, heavily. I don't know if I can do this. I pull back and look up. You don't have to come over anymore. I wouldn't even blame you. Miller is looking at me regretfully. I don't mean dinner with your family. I stared at him for a moment, long enough to make out irritation in his expression. You're breaking up with me on my birthday? He drags a hand down my face. No, he can't even finish what he's about to say, probably because he knows what a jerk he's being right now. I take another step back. You slept with me last night and now you're dumping me? Really? I spin around and head back to my house. Guess I was wrong about you too. Damn, girl. And you were fucking manipulative for doing that in the first place, Clara.
Morgan's pissing me off. She's not being honest with her daughter about the Chris situation and the Jenny situation. And she's like, I don't want her to know. Clara's all here like, they're harlots. They cheated having an affair. Clara thinks that she caused the death. Like, if everybody just talked to each other, things would be fine.
I know, it's like a big farce or something.
Right. That's what I don't like books and like storylines and plots.
Period.
That are based around misunderstandings.
Me too.
Like,
because it's like, oh,
this could
everybody's
have been
just like
settled with
fucking
an
idiot.
argument. Yeah. Or this could have been settled with an argument and a conversation.
And a conversation, exactly. You don't get to throw that in my face, Clara. I was the one who was taken advantage of last night, not you. With that, he drops his hands and walks back to his truck. When I hear him open his door, I flinch. I want to go home. I'll go with you. He rolls his head until he's looking at me. I want to go alone. Not going to beg. I did enough of that last night. That's unfortunate. I spin around and march back to his window. You know what? I don't need this. I don't want a boyfriend who makes me feel worse when I'm already taken down. You don't want to date anymore? I'm breaking up with you.
You're sick of me?
You don't want
I'm sick of me too.
You don't want to date anymore? I'm breaking up with you. I back away, but I realize I'm not finished with my point. So I step back toward his truck and he runs me over with it. They disrespect the two most important people in my life. They disrespect me. I'm just supposed to pretend I'm fine with it. Is that the kind of girlfriend you want? Someone who just gives up and lets other people win every time? Miller's arm hanging casually over his steering wheel. His voice is calm when he says, sometimes you have to walk away from the fight in order to win it. You don't get to break up with me and then quote my dead aunt. I didn't break up with you and I'm quoting you. Well, you should stop. Don't quote anyone. It's unattractive. He looks behind him and begins to back out of the driveway. I'm standing in the same spot, confused by our argument. I don't even know what happened. Did we just break up? I can't even tell. Miller presses on the brake and leans out his window. No, we're just having an argument. Fine. Chapter 29, Morgan. I pull a few of Chris's shirts out of the closet and remove the hangers from them. I drop them into a trash bag I'll be donating to the church. Lexi showed up.
On Depop, girl. Get the money you can.
They had Depop back then too.
2019? Yes. That was the height of it.
Popcorn Nicole.
I knock lightly when I reach his front door. If Elijah is asleep, I don't want to wake him. I take a step back, hugging myself. There's a heavy breeze that swirls around me, but I don't know if it's chills on my arms or caused by the wind or seeing Jonah standing in the open doorway. He's in a pair of blue jeans and nothing else. His hair is wet and messy. His eyes are drawing me in like they always have. But this time I don't force myself to look away. Yes. He looks at me perplexed. I ask you a question? I nod. You asked me if I would have left Chris had I not gotten pregnant with Clara. My answer is yes. He stares at me hard, and then it's as if this invisible wall that's always been shielding him from me suddenly disappears. He becomes a different person entirely. His features soften. His shoulders relax. His lips part. His chest rises and falls with a smooth release of air. Is that the only reason you're here? I shake my head and take one step closer. My heart is pounding so hard right now that I want to turn and round and run, but I know the only thing that can ease this ache I feel is Jonah. I want to know what it feels like to be held by him, to be with him. All this time, I've never even allowed myself to imagine it. Now I want to experience it. He steps forward, wrapping his free hand around the back of my neck, pulling me close to his mouth. Before he touches my lips, his gaze flickers over my face. You won't.
Oh.
He pulls me inside and closes the door behind us. He backs me against the living room door, and it feels like I'm swallowing fire when his lips finally touch mine. It's everything I've denied myself from feeling. Our last kiss last night felt incredible, but this kiss feels like last night's kiss feels like it was a mere teaser. You like my speed talking?
You won't.
You... No balls, you won't.
You won't.
It's like we're making it for all the years we missed out on this feeling. We kiss like teenagers for 10 minutes, exploring each other, tasting each other, moving against each other. We're dry humping. I eventually have to turn my face away from his just so I can catch my breath. He presses his forehead to my cheek and sucks in all the air I've just stolen from him. Thank you, he whispers breathlessly. I hate that. I hate like during sex somebody saying thank you. When I'm saying that, I'm not speaking from experience. I'm speaking from Colleen Hoover book experience.
Yeah, I know. And they always are doing that.
They are
in a
always
breathy
saying thank you. Yes.
Oh, thank you so much for this gift. I think somebody said
Yes,
that.
thank you for this beautiful gift.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
I think that was
Benton. I think it was.
Benton. He quietly leads me to the bedroom. We're kissing as he lowers me to the bed, and I love how he takes his time. He doesn't remove a single piece of my clothing. He just kisses me in every position. Him on top, me on top, both of us on our sides. We make out, and it's everything I hoped it would feel like. My God, he's a verse. He leans over me, dragging his lips down my neck. His breath is warm against the base of my throat when he says, I'm scared.
I'm scared. Your Quinn audio. I'm scared.
What if I narrated it?
Yes. Do you like my shag? I'm scared. Look at what Cowboy
Oh
we're
my
doing.
God, look at Cowboy. No.
You do it on in both ears.
My personal Quinn.
You should make a Quinn audio.
Are you mad at me? I'm scared. I think everyone's mad at me. We aren't on the same page, Morgan. I've waited too long for this to be a one-time thing, but I'm not sure you want what I want. He scoots up, sliding his hand beneath my shirt, pressing his palm against my stomach. I'm staring up at the ceiling.
How did they get all the way here? They got all the way here and he's saying that? He's the one who was like, you won't regret this.
Yeah, no, dead ass.
And now he's like, actually, I'm going to regret
No,
this.
exactly. Like, things are moving so fucking fast.
Yeah.
I don't know what I want. My eyes find his, and I do know what I want. I'm lying. I know exactly what I want. I just don't know if it's possible. She'll never understand. And what would we tell Elijah? We would tell him the truth. Do
Girl,
you really
who
think it's better
cares?
for... I mean, it is important.
Okay.
But I do
Think about Clara a little more, though.
I just don't want to, like, if I'm making out with you, like, let's not talk about our kids. You saw how devastated she was because of a kiss. Imagine if she finds out about Elijah, about what Jenny and Chris did. She'll never be able to forgive that. Chris and Jenny get away with having an affair. They get away with lying to me about fathering a child. They get away with being eternal idols in Clara's eyes. And in the meantime, me and you are forced to keep our mouths shut and live separately in misery because of actions we aren't even responsible for. I look him directly in the eye. You're telling me you're willing to ruin every memory my daughter has with her father, yet in the same conversation you're asking me to be with you in more way than one, to fall in love with you? No, I'm not asking you to fall in love with me, Morgan. You already love me. I'm just asking you to give that a chance. There's something about being in Jonah's first choice, maybe his only choice, that makes every look he gives me and every touch and every word he speaks to me on a level Chris never could, a level I feel so deep in my soul it makes my ache beneath all the satisfaction his kiss brings. When he settles himself between my legs, I moan into his mouth and pull him closer to me. I forget everything. The only thoughts I have are of this moment, how rough his hands are as they pull off my shirt, how soft his lips are when they meet my breasts, how effortless his movements are. Cowboy!
Sorry, we have the landscaper here. We have the landscaper here.
It's Ty Tyson
trimming the bushes
from Extreme Makeover Home Edition. How effortless his movements are as he slips out of his jeans. How in sync our gasps are when we're finally skin to skin. How intense his eyes are when he begins to push onto me. It's a completeness I've never experienced before. What's so funny? It's as if he knows exactly where to touch me, how soft, how firm, where I want his lips. He feels like a professor of my body, and I feel like an inexperienced student. Why did she say that?
I don't like
and
that.
why did she say that? And why did she say that? Cautiously touching him, unsure if my fingers or lips can even come close to making him feel how he's making me feel. I press my mouth against his shoulder and I whisper, I've only ever been with Chris. Jonah is deep inside me when he
This was the
stops
part you were
suddenly and
saying.
pulls back. Our eyes meet and he smiles. This is the second time. I've only ever wanted to be with you. He kisses me tenderly, and that's how it continues. Him kissing me, moving gently in and out of me until I can no longer keep silent.
No.
I pull him closer so I can
No.
bury my face against his neck when it happens.
No. No.
I finished first.
No, really.
An explosive moment of emotions and pleasure and years of suppression finally coming to the surface. My body is trembling beneath him and my nails have raked their way down his back when he groans against my cheek, shuddering on top of me. I expect it to end here. No condom, no nothing.
Really?
She's about to get pregnant again.
Oh my God.
I expect it to end here with him catching his breath and then rolling off of me with a sigh. That's how the last 17 years of sex with Chris have always ended. But Jonah isn't Chris. I need to stop comparing them. It's unfair to Chris. He
Well, we
slides
have
his
sex.
hand down my stomach and I begins to run his finger lazily over my skin. I'll do it. I feel my breath catch. Jonah lifts up onto his elbow, hovering over me. I won't tell Elijah. If you promise me you won't put a stop to this, that you'll eventually tell Clara you want to be with me, I won't tell Elijah. You're right. Clara deserves every great memory she has of Chris. I don't want to take that from her. I feel a tear slide into my hair as I look up at him. You're right too. I do love you. Jonah
Gag.
smiles. I know you do. That's why we're naked.
Gag.
I laugh. He pulls me on top of him and I realize I looked down at him that I never felt like I belonged with another person more than I belong with Jonah Sullivan. So he
Whoa.
just said literally the post-nut clarity for him was, you know what? We don't have to tell our kids. Let's keep this a secret. I'm cool with that. He's going against his own morals because pussy was too bomb. And he was like, all right.
Been there.
Been there. Chapter 30, Clara, let me get this straight. She kicks her feet up on the coffee table. Lexi, nearly knocking over one of the bottles of wine. Your mom is sleeping with Uncle Teacher. I hiccup, then nod. Her dead sister's fiance. I nod again. Wow, I'm not drunk enough for this. She takes a swig from the bottle. I take it from her. Not because I think she's gone overboard, but because I don't know I'm drunk enough for it either. I take a sip and then set it between my legs, gripping the top of the bottle.
My mother closes the door and stares at us with disappointment. She can see the empty bottles on the table despite Lexi's attempt to sprawl out in front of them. Mother's eyes fall on me. Really, Clara? Her voice is flat, unsurprised. Nothing I do could disturb her at this point. She looks at me. Clean up this mess. So, I say very casually, how long have you and Jonah been fucking? My mother is forced to blow out a calming breath, her lips thin with anger. I'm not sure I've ever felt worried she might slap me, but I take a step back because she looks pissed enough to slap me right now. I'm done with this behavior, Clara. I would have never done that to Jenny or your father. Don't insult me like that. What were you doing at Jonah's? I snap my fingers trying to think of the word for the things people live in. Words are hard right now. House! I finally say. Why were you at his house just now?
Drunk people don't do that.
Yeah. House!
No, drunk people don't go, what were you doing at Jonah's house?
I hear a text sound off my phone. My mother pulls it out of her pocket, reads it, rolls her eyes, and then puts my phone away. Who was it? Don't worry about it. What did it say? You would know if you hadn't gotten wasted. Better take these shirts. Take all my clothes, actually. I don't need them. I can't leave the house anyway. Even if I could, I'd have nowhere to go because my boyfriend broke up with me on my birthday. Probably because my mother is crazy. I drop an armload of clothes onto the hallway floor. Stop being dramatic. He didn't break up with you. Go to bed, Clara. She closes my bedroom door. I swing it open. We did break up. How would you know if we broke up or not? Because, she says, turning to face me with a bored expression, that text was from him. It said, I hope you sleep well. See you at school tomorrow. People who break up don't text like that or send heart emojis. He put a heart emoji? She doesn't answer me. She keeps walking. What color was it? She's still ignoring me. Mom, was it red? Was it red heart? Real. Chapter 31. Clara's comment cut deep. I realized she drank an entire bottle of wine on her own. 2 of them were completely empty, but sometimes drunk stupors make people more honest than they normally would be, which means she truly believes I'm disrespecting her father. It kills me that she thinks I'm the one in the wrong. While I'm tucking her in, she mutters, I think I have vomit in my nose. I laugh and hand her a Kleenex. She blows her nose and drops the Kleenex in the trash can. Her eyes are closed. I'm stroking her hair when she says, I don't ever want to drink again. Her words are slurred. I hated the pot too. It smelled so bad. I don't want to vomit in my nostrils again. It's the worst. I'm glad you hate it, I say. I hated sex too. I don't even want to do that again for a long, long time. We weren't even ready. He tried to talk me out of it, but I wouldn't listen. I know she's drunk, but her words surprised me. What does she mean he tried to talk her out of it? That was her idea? She drops her face back onto the pillow. That's not why I'm crying. I'm crying because it was my fault. It's my fault they died, and I tried not to think about it, but that's all I think about when my head is on this pillow every single night, except one time I fell asleep wondering why my teddy bears are made to be cuddly when real bears are so mean. But besides that one night, all I can think about is how it's my fault they had the wreck. No, wait, I want you to stay. She scoots over, patting the bed next to her. She sing me that song you used to sing me when I was little. I'm still trying to catch up to what she said about the wreck being her fault. Why would she think that? I wanted to ask her about it, but she was too drunk to hold a real conversation right now. So I just climb into bed with her and appease her. What song? You know, the song you used to sing me when I was little. I sang you lots of songs. I don't think we had any particular song. Sing something else then. Do you know any 21 Pilots songs? We both like, she's like, used to play pretend. No, wait, what's the one? Now I just sit in silence. Come on.
Somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence.
How does it-
Sometimes quiet is violence.
Oh, there we go. Well, she sing the song about the gold house.
She asked me, son, when I grow old, will you buy me a house of gold?
Your future daughter is going to sleep so soundly. Awkward Nicole.
Chapter 32, Clara. Never in my life have I felt this terrible. I probably shouldn't have driven to school because my head hurts so bad that I can barely keep my eyes open, and you're probably still drunk.
Yeah.
I see his truck pull into the parking lot. I get out of my car and walk over to it. He turns it off and then unblocks the passenger door. I have no idea if he's still mad at me, and the first thing I do when I'm in his truck is scoot over to see him, wrap my arms around him. I'm sorry, I'm crazy. Miller hugs me back. You aren't crazy. Yeah, basically, he's like, I'm not mad at you. Like it's fine. Like, we're okay. Chapter 33, Morgan. Last night you said something to me, but I want to know what you meant. It might have been the alcohol talking, but you blamed yourself. You said the wreck was your fault. I shake my head in confusion. Why would you think that? I see her swallow. I said that.
No! Why would you think that?
I reach her before she disappears down the hallway. When I spin around, she's crying. It's heartbreaking seeing her so upset, so I pull her to me, holding her, attempting to soothe her. I was texting Aunt Jenny when they had the wreck. She's clinging to me like she's scared to let go. I didn't know she was driving. 1 second we were chatting, and then the next, she stopped responding. Claire's shoulders are shaking against me. I can't believe she thinks this is her fault. I pull away from her and hold her face in my hands. Jenny wasn't even driving, Clara. It wasn't your fault.
Gag.
Clara isn't crying anymore. She's looking at me with suspicion in her eyes. Why was Dad driving Aunt Jenny's car? He had a flat. No, he didn't. You're lying. I shake my head, but I can feel my cheeks reddening. My pulse is racing. Just let it go, Clara. Why were they together, Mom? They just were. He needed a ride. Mom, what aren't you telling me? She's beside me now, demanding answers. I turn to her desperate. Stop asking questions, Clara, please. Just accept it and never ask about it again. She takes a step back, as if I slapped her. Her hand goes up to her mouth. Were they? There's no color left in her face. Not even her lips.
Gag.
She sits down in a chair. She does the violent. She sits down in the chair and stares at the table for a moment. Then, where's Dad's car? If it was a flat, then why did we never get it back? I don't even know how to answer that because I'm irresponsible with money.
Yeah, literally.
Why did you refuse to combine their funerals? They basically had all the same friends and family, so it makes more sense. But you seem to be so angry and kept demanding they be separate. Oh my God. When she looks at me again, her eyes are pleading. She's shaking her head back and forth. Mom, we weren't the night you were walked in on us. That was the first time we even kissed, I swear. She's crying now. She's pacing like she doesn't know what to do with all the anger. Who to throw it at? She pulls away from me and stands up. I can't do this. She goes to her room and comes back with her purse and her keys. She's hysterical. I can't let her drive a car like this. I walk over to her and take the keys out of her hand. She tries to snatch them back, but I don't let her have them. Mom, please. You aren't leaving. Not when you're this upset. Clara drops her purse in defeat and covers her face with her hands. She just stands there, crying to herself. Then she slides her hands down her face and looks at me with imploring eyes, dropping her arms to her sides. Please. I need Miller. Those words coupled with that look in her eyes, it all shatters me. It feels like my soul has been stomped on, but somehow even beneath all the pain I understand. Right now, I'm not what she needs. I'm not the solace she'll find the most comforting, even though it feels like the death of a huge part of our relationship. I'm grateful to know that there's someone out there who can give her that besides me. I nod. Okay, I'll take you to him. Chapter 34, Clara. She goes to the movie theater. She tells him what happened, and he's like, oh my God, gag. Chapter 35, Morgan. If I tell you something, will you promise not to judge me? She asks. Of course. She tilts her head towards me, and there's a trace of guilt in her expression. I was sitting in Miller's truck with him after school one day. It was before he broke up with his girlfriend. I wanted him to kiss me so bad, Mom. I would have let him if he tried, which is what bothers me so much. I knew he had a girlfriend at the time, and I would have let him kiss me anyway. Now that I know Dad and Aunt Jenny did, it worries me that being capable of an affair is a personality trait that I got from Dad. What if it's some kind of inheritable moral weakness?
Gag.
What if I cheat on Miller someday and break his heart like Dad and Aunt Jenny broke yours? I hate that she thinks that. I had a moment like that once. I was your age and I was in a pool with Jonah. Clara suddenly turns her head to look at me, but I keep staring up at the ceiling while I talk. We didn't kiss, but I wanted it to happen. I was dating your father at the time, and Jonah and Jenny had their thing. But when I looked at him in that moment, it was like a wall lifted and blocked everything else out. It isn't that I didn't care about Jenny or Chris. It's just that in that moment, I only cared about the way it felt to be looked at like that. The attraction I had for Jonah in that moment left me with blinders on, and I think he felt the same way. Despite everything she's gone through, I'm still convinced she needs to be grounded, but she's not the only one who wants to start with a clean slate. I'm not exactly proud of my own behavior. I'll tell you what, I'll give you back your phone if you promise to stop making fun of me for preferring cable TV over streaming. Clara stares at me very seriously. Oh man, I don't know. Clara, she laughs. Fine, deal. Oh, she gets her phone back just like that?
Yeah.
That's it? Popcorn Jake.
Why is she so obsessed with the television? Chapter not 36.
37.
37. Morgan again. After school, she texted me and said she was working on her film project with Miller. Whether she's telling the truth, I don't know. But she's 17. She has a curfew, so as long as she meets it, I'm not going to press her for details on what she and Miller do when they're together. I already know she's on birth control.
Yes!
Snaps. Clara is holding Elijah, trying to make him repeat sounds she's making. Has he said any words yet? She asked, looking up at Jonah. Not yet. It'll be a few more months before he can do that. Clara looks down at Elijah and starts making more sounds. Can you say Dada? He kicks his legs against her stomach, bouncing and making random noises. Then, to our astonishment, he repeats her. He says it so perfectly that no one moves a muscle because I think we're all doubting what we heard. Then Jonah says, did he just? Clara nods. I think he did. Chapter 38.
Clara. This is a few months
Clara.
later now at this point.
Oh, wait. This was the one where you didn't highlight anything.
Because, Jake,
Oh, wait. Except for the end.
they made a whole mockumentary about people having the fear over the color orange for their film project.
Was it bad?
Yes, of course it was fucking...
But they like won or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Boring.
no,
We won
and
that
they
little
included
contest.
Gramps in it and everything. And then at the end, he's like, wait, I still have something else for you. And he puts it in, he plays it, and it's a video where he's, every time, like before he sets up the camera for B-roll, he's like, hey, Clara, will you go to prom with me? And then he records.
Wait, so he didn't record her on the dash cam?
He probably was.
Okay.
And so like he's basically like prom posing to her all the time. And then there's a clip of him when he's like, if this girl turns and makes a U-turn and comes back around, I'll take it as a sign that we're meant to be together. And then he's like, oh shit, you just turned around. Basically, kind of terrifying. Like it's actually like
a serial killer.
Yes. And it's also a video. The thing that Gramps is talking about, it's this video of when he was like 15 years old and he watched her on stage. Her character's name was Nora. And so that's why he named his car Nora. Not because of a Beatles song. There is no song by the Beatles called Nora. He just literally called it because of her character. And then he's been obsessed with her since then. And then there's a video that Gramps took of him. And then he's like, wow, she's amazing. And then like ever since then, he's been like madly in love with her. And so he's been recording secretly every single time and been like, will you go to prom with me? That's actually a horror movie. And so that's why I didn't include that, because we're not going to read about a mockumentary. I literally, like I was like, plus 15 seconds, times 2 speed. Like I was like, I don't give a rat's ass.
About the orange documentary.
I really don't.
But
I really don't.
That's this book's manifesto.
Yeah.
Why didn't we get to read the fucking letters?
They threw them away.
I want to know.
They threw them away, Jake.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. She ripped them up and threw them away.
That's good content. She has no fucking hustle.
We
she
have
has no fucking
no
hustle.
idea about anything about Chris and Jenny's relationship. And I would like to argue that's the most interesting part of the book.
That is the most interesting part. I want to know everything that happened between them. I want to know. Miller rolls his eyes. Then he looks at me smiling. I can tell we're having the exact same thought. And nothing makes me happier than knowing we might be in the same city after I graduate next year at the same school. We may even have some of the same classes. Why are you shaking your head?
Just
Girls always follow. Well, like people are always following their significant others to college. You do realize what this means, right? I ask him. Miller shrugs. The University of Texas, your school color will be orange, Miller. He laughs. So does his grandpa. But Miller doesn't realize the jokes aren't over. I'm saving one of them for prom. I bought the perfect dress for our special occasion. It's the most atrocious shade of orange I could find. Regretting you, by Colleen Hoover.
That's why I made the light
Hoover.
orange.
Hoover.
That's
So, wow.
why the light is orange. So they don't have this book on Spotify, like to read. So I had to read it through like a podcast. Like some person uploaded it as a podcast, which like, thank you so much. Like, that's so awesome. I know that's illegal, but like, hey, whatever. And so I was like, oh my God, I have 20 minutes left. And I'm like entering the Holland Tunnel and I'm like, fuck, like I still have 20 minutes left. No, the book ended. This is the last 20 minutes of
the audiobook?
Yeah.
Please visit our website at www.brilliancepub, Grand Haven, Michigan, 49.
This is the remaining.
Hoover.
Isn't that insane?
I didn't like this book. I'm sorry. I really didn't. I thought it was really bad.
Are we gonna go watch the movie?
Yeah, we will watch the movie. But this was not. Why is it even calling regretting you? Why is it even called regretting you? And that doesn't even make
Because
sense.
she's regretting Clara. No, I'm joking.
I was like, I didn't get that.
And maybe the movie's great. The mom from Megan is in it. Dave Franco's in it. And
No, I actually refuse to see
Mason
this now.
Thames and McKenna Grace.
I hate him.
It's melodramatic, passionate, and rousing.
Mason Thames. He is in Black Phone too, I think.
Yep.
I don't like
He's
Dave Franco.
only 18. Like he looks so much older than what he is.
And he played a kid in Black Phone
because
1.
He was
a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Colleen. This just wasn't your best work. I'm surprised this is the one being made into a movie.
Yeah.
Like Layla.
I think
so
they're
much
going to
better.
try and do all of them. Colleen, we're begging. keep writing
Horror.
Just keep up with that.
Please.
Just lean in full throttle into horror. Make it fucking crazy.
Yeah, make it
make it
fucking
nuts.
scary.
You don't have to keep up
Make
with
it
all this
gory.
incest car accident bullshit.
Yeah.
We don't need that. Also, that's actually very common that when people's spouses or like die, that sometimes they end up with a family member.
Yes, I did know that. Too.
That's crazy to me. Like that happened to Brittany Murphy. Her mom ended up with Brittany Murphy's partner.
That's crazy. This was not good. I'm sorry. Solid 2 out of 5 stars.
Yeah,
I'd say.
I agree.
Like 4 out of. I feel like 4 out of 10 is nice.
I can see why a teenager would be excited for this, but this is not for
This
it.
is not a teenage book. This is.
But it's teenagers who are playing it, and it's like marketed towards teenagers.
that I don't think that that's appropriate.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure you leave it a like. Make
So
sure you
remember to leave a
comment your favorite part because we do need validation. Make sure you subscribe if you want to be nasty. If not, you're disgusting. Also, make sure you have your bell notifications on so you know every single time I post or else you are gross. If you want to follow me on my social media, Instagram, Twitter, Bebop, Spotify, it's just at Nicole Rafiee. And if you want to follow me on TikTok, is at Nikki Nasty. Jake?
If you want to follow me on my Instagram or Twitter, it's JakeThatcher_. If you want to follow me on Twitch, it's ThatcherJake.
Whoa.
I will see everybody back here for Gay Book.
Gay book.
Gay book. Sorry. Ooh, she does not like gay people.
Oh.
But we can't do it sometime.